who the fuck goes to a Starbucks that doesn't have a drive-thru? But the answer is everyone. So it wasn't even worth it, and I should have gotten a cold brew because it's just way too sweet for me, and I still don't like chai tea. So it's just like.
But you got the chai thing that you knew you weren't gonna like.
I needed to confirm it.
If you don't like chai, why would you get it?
I thought maybe I changed. I thought I maybe had grown as a person, but I was wrong. It's just fine.
I've degraded, I've gotten worse as a person.
But I'm here, and I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't see it.
You're literally early every other time. I think you can take one.
No.
Well,
Your character dies.
Opinion, so
Your character dies, rocks fall, everyone's dead.
I don't even know where we are. It's been like 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so last time, I'll do the recap. Last time you guys helped, well, first you guys entered the city of Delphine, and above board, some astute players noticed that there was a dolphin-looking lake next to a city of Delphine.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah!
Why? Is it like a god of like dolphins there or something?
You're free to investigate that if you want to, but
Wait, Leo,
I'll have to analyze it.
Did you put it there on purpose? Please don't kill me.
Guys, it's been fun. I gotta go.
Hold on a sec. Here, you guys see Noda right here? Check this shit out.
Wait, no! Sorry! No, Lucy, not Noda. She did nothing wrong. He's not smart enough to make puns like that.
Your mistake was being born. You guys entered the city of Delphine. Penny watched someone get burnt to death, and was mildly concerned, as any smart person would.
Oh. Yeah.
You informed the speaker of Delphine about the upcoming council meeting, and then proceeded, tried to look for a route across the lakes, meeting a tiefling on the outskirts of the whole burning person gathering, named Typhon, who was stuck there because his boat got damaged in a sandstorm. You went to go harvest some good wood for ships, but in the process ran into someone who nearly one-shot Pal, and in return he did one-shot him. Go figure.
Technically it was a two-shot, it was just two very big shots of inflict wounds.
Taser hand.
After you guys easily, without any complications, extracted some wood from the ship that you had gone to.
Yep.
And then returned back to Typhon, who said he would just need a day to fix up his ship. You guys spent the day in town, doing various things, working on various projects, doing some crafting here and there. And you got a new spell. Wow. Wow. And yeah, that's all. Goodness, dog noises. But that's all that happened. Last time you guys were nearing the end of your day. Last we left off, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I was out with Noda, because she came and found me.
Yeah, you tried to cast fear on her, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I think you did cast fear.
I did. But you saved, so nothing happened.
Oh, okay.
And I told you what would have happened, and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, I guess
and Jingleheimer joined the party.
Yes, we have Jingleheimer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He just goes. Ah!
He sure does.
Jingleheimer's the cool one, though.
Also,
He is the cool one.
Yeah, he
said
is.
this, and I like.
Yeah, he had the sunglasses, right?
What is
Yes.
the little token on me?
That is inspiration, because you spent the day relaxing and swimming in the lake, as everyone else was doing work or like doing maintenance or like crafting stuff. You were like, I'm just gonna go for a swim, and I was like, all right. And you rolled really well on your swim check, so I'm like, you know what? You get inspiration. So at any point when you want to, if you don't like a roll that you made, you can say, I'm gonna spend that inspiration point and I'm gonna re-roll it.
And you can do it. You can do it after, or do you have to do it before?
You can do it after, but you have to do it before you hear the result.
basically if you roll and you say that's low, then you can roll it before you know if it succeeds or fails.
Wait, for what spell?
Inspiration, not a spell.
It's not a spell. It's
Oh
inspiration.
wait, bardic inspiration? Or
No.
No, just
No.
inspiration.
Oh, just inspiration. Okay, that's okay.
Regular
Didn't you get
inspiration.
inspiration from fishing really well that one time?
He did.
He
Well,
did?
not from fishing that really one time. It was from when you guys gaslit him into thinking he did really well fishing.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, no. So he fished really well that one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. We're
He
saying
did
the same
really
thing.
well.
You're too smart to be gaslit.
Of course you are.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
So yeah, I guess I would walk back to the inn that we were staying at with Noda.
Saying in. I'm so sorry.
I
Please,
get it.
please don't kill me again.
Why is it
I-
called an inn when you
Hold on a second.
No.
But yeah, you guys are approaching the end of your day. You're gonna wake up tomorrow to get in contact with Typhon and just head across the lakes. Is there anything you guys want to do before you end the day out?
Can I, on the way back to the inn? So the person who was running the big witch burning, that was
Yes.
the captain of the guard? Question mark.
Yes.
Captain Ethra.
Yes.
Do
The
I-
person. Yeah.
Do I notice her at all, or notice some of her guard around town? Can I just kind of like clock them as I go around?
Sure. What are you trying
I
to?
know what you mean by
They
clock 'em. I
pull
was
up.
thinking like,
You gotta clothesline him, Jess. Got him.
Haymaker.
I don't know, Penny's
Are you
still
sure-
just a little nervous
Are you
that she
trying to
got-
just like make note of where they are, or are you trying to get like a read on them?
kind of both? Penny's just trying to understand if, because Penny originally sent Bert to try and go to where the remains are going to go from the burning
Mhm.
thing, to try and see if she can figure out what exactly happened there. And Bert got spotted and killed, and then Ethra looked almost directly at her. So Penny's
Yes.
a little nervous that she is going to be chased or hunted down.
Sure.
So she's just kind of trying to keep an eye on the guards, and if they're basically trying to understand if they're keeping an eye on her.
All right. Well, you have your choice between a perception or insight check.
I'm going to be perception loyal.
Am I with her? Can I help?
You are, yeah.
Sure,
Penny
but
would not have told you.
Penny will have to explain to you why Penny's so nervous around. Penny, why are you nervous around the police?
Hey, you're shaking a little more than usual.
Oh, sorry, I'm just
You
a
cold?
little tired from.
It's
all
like
the
80
spell
degrees out here. Celsius.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Penny would
why
not
did you
explain.
specify?
Penny would not specify why she's looking around.
Almost
So
boiled.
it's almost. Yeah. So I would say you can't help me because Penny would not ask.
All right. So then go ahead and
Okay.
make a perception check.
I almost landed that in my yogurt.
Nightmare.
Well, it wouldn't have been bad because it was like amethyst dye into like blueberry yogurt, so it's like almost the same color.
That makes
You
it
would just
okay.
Crunchy.
Make it not bad.
A
Because
crunchy
at least
addition.
it's eye candy. It looks good.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take a picture of it. It'll be aesthetic. That is 15.
And then you'll eat it.
Yeah.
15.
Dice and all.
Mm.
All right. Let me check something real quick. General.
Checking the the notes of how much Penny is being watched. .jpg.
Yeah. All right. And then I need. Okay. No, you don't say anything. Nothing
Fuck.
out of the ordinary. You just see a few like.
Fuck.
Hey
Post
Penny, why are
guards
all
on.
the guards looking at you?
Oh, let me check what Noda's passive
what's my
perception is real
passive
quick.
That's like the same level
It's-
of like, hey buddy, you need someone to babysit your trip. Don't worry, I got you. Hey buddy, you don't look so good.
POV, I'm your
Don't
trip
freak out.
sitter.
Everyone's looking at you, man.
All right.
POV,
Um,
I'm your trip
yeah.
sitter. I like the way my skin feels on my body. Do you like the way your skin feels on your body? You don't? Why don't you just pull it off? Pull off your skin.
Do it now.
Well, yeah, you're nothing out of the ordinary, and Noda, all you see with your passive perception is like Penny keeping her head on a swivel. Maybe she's hungry, looking for something to eat.
Are you hungry?
You're looking for something
Why is your
little?
head moving so much? What are you
It
looking
just-
at?
Just kind of.
Is there anything interesting around me? I'm also gonna look around.
Oh, sure. Make a general perception check. Since you're looking for nothing, DC's quite low.
This is a waste of an 18 plus 6, 24.
It's never a
Anything
waste. This is, cool.
interesting?
This is a cool moment. It's never a waste.
But also because it doesn't affect the
No, it does. But this is a cool moment.
24.
24. Oh God. No, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, hold on a second.
What do you mean
No,
you're
wait,
not
but
gonna
like, what
do
if
that?
you did?
No, because you take in the various sights and smells of the market area the guys are leaving, and you do you see like a couple of performers. There seem to be like dancers, some bards, there's like a couple performances here or there, but you know, there's no like great smell of food anywhere. So maybe hungry isn't what Penny's feeling right now.
Penny, you're weird. Just keep walking.
What? Penny looks a little hurt and she's gonna walk faster after you.
Weirdo.
Seemed a little unprompted.
There's nothing exciting here. I don't know why you're looking like that.
I'm just fucking.
Just
But yeah,
fucking.
you guys will make it back to the drunk dolphin. There you see Gris, who seems to be like not like telling herself off after a swim, but like she's like holding her. She's not wearing her jacket because like her fur is a little moist after her dip. So she's no, she's not. She's wearing just like light pants and a shirt instead of her usual getup.
Excuse me, I have a full coat of fur. I am not naked.
Your coat looks so shiny and soft.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go up.
You sound surprised.
Well, I just meant more than usual. Like,
What does it usually look like?
Yeah, is it,
No,
not normally.
You're looking a lot less
dirty.
greasy than usual.
Bail, pull the ripcord.
Whoa, what's that over? I saw something back there. Hold on, I need to go back for it. I got
think
it.
to myself, what did she mean by this?
and Penny would just kind of like look her.
Penny, you take over.
Does she look shinier and cleaner than normal?
No, she doesn't. She looks like she looks like it looks like she's like drying off after taking a dip in the lake. It doesn't like if you don't get clean by jumping and swimming in a lake, you know? Like it doesn't
Maybe
that doesn't work.
You don't.
Penny's just gonna be like, maybe she just meant you look more refreshed. Cause you do. You look more awake.
Thank you. I feel a little bit more awake.
It's probably the drug I slipped in there earlier. Anyways, let's go back to the inn.
Yeah, that's what happened last time. Yeah, sure.
That's what happened last time.
Sam and Pal, you're on your way back from your visit to. You were looking for a tinker of sorts, and they pointed you in the direction of the lit lamps in Fiolet,
Oh yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's all that happened for the day. Unless there's anything else people would like to do before the end of the day, or end the day there. Give you all a long rest.
Let me see. I don't have any scrolls. 'Cause I don't have any. Do I still have a use of? I don't. I used it, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. No, that's it.
All right. No one else. Then I'm gonna hit the long rest button.
Finish
Do
long
something.
rest.
I will finish the long rest.
Please finish the long rest
And
on
he
your
takes
part.
a long rest and recovers.
Wait,
from
I'm
negative
so
5 hit
sorry.
points.
I was.
I had aid.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like the.
I forgot you had to press something.
Okay. Also, I'm just gonna expend it now. End of the long rest. Cast Animate Dead on the
Alright.
boys.
That down on your spell slots. The last people required to take a long rest are Sam and Grizz.
I am about to click it.
We're level 5, right?
Let
Yeah.
me check. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Leo.
Then
Yes.
I'm going to also.
I'd like to give my friends aids.
Which ones?
The pal and the horrifying necromancer.
I'm not horrifying.
Sure.
I'm adorable.
The adorable necromancer.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Does aid work now? It does not, but that's better than like completely fudging
I was gonna say,
the.
it doesn't work, which is better than breaking things.
I guess.
And then I'm gonna, if you allow me, during this long rest, or if people just want to take an hour before we leave, I'm just gonna spend Arcane Recovery immediately to get that level 3 spell slot back.
Yeah, I'll allow that. It'll be like you wake up a bit earlier than everyone else.
I'll bring out all the boys, give them the morning pep talk, pour Gatorade over one of them, throw them back in the bag.
Which
Which one
one?
got Gatorade covered? You'll never know.
Ah, fuck. That's a good question. I
You'll
guess.
know when they come out next, and one of them's
You hear like a
fucking blue.
garbled.
No, it's just like the sound of like a running fountain, just like a bunch of liquid passing through a bunch of bones, you know?
It's like a xylophone having water poured on it. Yeah, that's gonna be my thing.
All right. As the rest of you wake up, you see Typhon in the bar, just sort of in the tavern, just sort of eating a breakfast, some dried meats and some what looks like to be some like sort of like potato hash, and he's just sort of like waiting until he sees Noda because well, actually no, you all have introduced yourselves to him, so he'll just like give you all a nod as you all come down the stairs.
I'm the one that's waving like a little too enthusiastically at him.
Yeah. He'll give you a smile and just be like, and then continue eating. And then once he's done, he'll just brush himself off and just like post up by the door, just giving you the look of like he's ready to go when you all are.
All right.
Hmm.
I guess. If nobody else has anything to do.
I'm good. I have some things that I can do on the ship, but yeah, I'm good to go.
All right,
Right.
let's head out. And Pal will start walking over. Hopefully people follow.
Penny's gonna walk the opposite direction and explode.
All right. So you all make your way to the boat. To his boat. It's a modest vessel, but you all are easily able to fit. The boat does like do that thing where like you drop a heavy load on it where it sinks a bit, then rises back up due to its buoyancy when Pal steps on. But other than that, nothing too like out of the ordinary. And he's able to just not exactly sail because it's not a sailboat. But he will take you across the waters over Fiolet, and roughly like I'd say about half hour. So you guys are getting there still like relatively early in the morning.
No shit.
Yeah.
I remind me, Leo. 'Cause I don't
Yes.
think I actually looked at it, and I would probably be looking at it while we're on the way over. The symbol of Vern. Did I actually look at it any closer than initially getting the information from the guy?
Of the symbol of Vrin.
Vrin, sorry, yeah, Vrin.
Yeah. The Y comes
So I never
after
looked
the
at
R.
I looked at the Dwegar Ring of Invisibility, which means that none of us can use it, because you need to be a Dwegar to use it.
You do have an animated Dwargard skeleton. I will
Does
say.
that count?
I'm
I'm gonna put
I
the
will-
ring on Jingleheimer
I-
then.
so long as Jingleheimer is entirely made up of Dwargar bones, I'm gonna allow you to use it.
Hell yeah, I'm
If
giving
all your
that.
skeletons collapse on one another, you're gonna have to Lego them back.
So,
Yeah, it's
so
gonna be hard.
here's how it's gonna work: is if once Jingleheimer goes down, there's no guarantee that it will still work.
Also, I don't have ownership over Jingleheimer.
Oh, sorry. Let me fucking summons. Let me. That's right. You
Eventually-
don't.
Currently, my summons list is bigger than my party. Next, I see John, I see Jacob, I see my Bert forms. There he
Okay,
is.
there you go.
Oh, there's that cool guy. Alright. And I will trade that inventory to him. Okay.
Just doing some.
And then
fun.
I'd probably take some time while we're going over to just kind of inspect to see if there's anything magical about. Actually, I'd probably take the time to ritual cast detect magic while we're on the boat. So make it
Yes.
very easy to determine.
So while you're doing that, you did examine the amulet when you first obtained it, see if if there was any significance. The only significance was the religious imagery in it.
Gotcha.
As for detect magic, let me check something real quick. Let's see. Do you pick up anything new as the exception of your party? No, nothing else pops. Except for like whatever magic your party usually exudes. Yeah, and Typhon doesn't have anything like extremely magical on him either. So yeah, nothing. Boat's mundane. Surrounded by water.
Is there anything under the water?
With the
it's like
yeah,
30 feet.
no, I know. With I rolled to see if you would see anything under the water, and you do not.
Okay.
You don't see shit.
You don't see shit. But yeah. Anything?
No, if anyone just gonna keep an eye out over the water.
All right. The boat ride's largely uneventful, and you end up in Violet. Definitely not like one of the large cities of Zeben, but it is probably one of the larger towns. And you guys end up. Let me drop you guys here. Guys end up by the port.
Zeben, right?
You guys are in Zeben. That is where you guys are taking place. Tenon is broken up into 10 regions. Zeben is the one that you guys are in.
Sorry, yeah, I was just like,
You are.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw a naming scheme there, Ty, but Tenon is broken up into 10 regions, and you are in Zeben.
I'm gonna need a second.
He already said this before. He literally said this, I think, last session.
I need to
Yes,
think
I
about
did.
this.
He
I
said that
can't
also the session
remember-
before that as well. Like this
I
is.
can't remember anything before Friday. That was yesterday. So
Okay.
Like a month ago.
Okay, but you guys do end up pulling into the port.
Holy shit! Friday was. Oh my god! Holy.
Yeah.
Friday was yesterday. I need to sit. I am sitting down. Oh my god! This is.
I
a good
deadass
day.
cannot remember anything that happened on Thursday. So
I legit forgot I was sitting down. I was about to say I'll sit down for this.
anyways,
9.
All right.
It's beautiful, guys.
So, yeah, you guys pull in. Typhon will give you a wave and just say, thanks again for helping me fix my ship. If I'm still around, I can maybe ferry you guys somewhere else. Though I can't guarantee how long I'll be around here. And I can't guarantee I'll do it free of charge.
I mean, that's fair enough. You did a lot for us already, Typhon.
It's a pleasure. And then he'll go to like tie down his boat and then head off towards somewhere. You're not sure unless you want to follow it.
I'm gonna give him a salute as he leaves.
All right. You guys have the town of Violet at your disposal.
Alright, so we need to meet with the speaker, let him know what's going on with the device. You guys have the tinkerer you guys wanted to meet with. And then I had another reason for being in Violet, question mark. We know that the Omeron was from Violet that went through town, Wet Hall.
Yeah. And
as well
the
as-
first place that you encountered Omeron was actually you had to come to Violet first. It was when you went to go save Karth.
Yes.
Uh,
That's where we found the necklaces and the javelins.
Yes. And that's where you found a guardian there that seemed to be from a different culture and like era, as opposed to everything else that was around you in that crypt.
Did I learn somewhere that there was a library or a collection of books in Fiolet?
You learned that there is if you want to do any deep research, there is the largest and most effective collection of knowledge is in. Let me pull up the place real quick. It's not
Grimazon.
Fiolet. It's Grimazon. Yes.
Hell yeah, my notes work. I'm so good. I just farted. I got excited. Sorry.
No, you got excited.
Hey, yo.
So yeah, no. Anyone just kind of give the breakdown of what everyone's job is and try to figure out where everyone's supposed to be going. So I guess she does that because she keeps track of things. Because I keep track of things.
Sure.
Also, I just have in my notes for the ship that we were at. It's one note. It's one bullet point that just says "Pal handled the situation."
So true.
So true. So yeah, Penny would be once we get off the ship, Penny would kind of turn to everybody. It's like, okay, so we got a couple of goals while we're here. Pal, did you guys? I know you guys were talking about something that you and Sam wanted to do. Do you guys want to go do that now, or do you want to do it? Do we all want to meet with the speaker first? I mean, we can heal the speaker. We're great talkers. Standing hands on hip next to Chris and Noda.
I'm just deciding.
I mean,
I'm both charisma character. Or no, you're a wisdom character, right? Because you're not actually a paladin. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
Your name is Paladin, but you're a cleric fighter.
It's the subversion of.
They're just
subverted my eyes.
There wasn't enough. What do you call it? Whatchamacallit? Letters, words, numbers. What are those things used to form sentences?
Words.
So true.
Characters.
Characters. I like characters a lot better. We're characters.
We're characters in a story. Yeah. And Penny would be like, "Well, we also didn't we have someone in Fiolet say, God fucking damn it, I hate myself."
No, they didn't say that.
I don't think they said that.
I'm just looking through my notes, and it's just like, oh, we've got notes on the
So many notes
on the whatever. We have notes on Algao. We have notes on some other stuff. I get to Fiolet, it's fucking blank.
Yeah, the first time it was there was was before you guys started like really taking notes. So
no, I have notes a lot before that. It's just I get
Sure
to feel
you
it. And I
do.
checked out that day apparently. Like literally, I have notes about the Dwarven Guard and about the Iron Shipment and how they got mad that we're sitting out there to die. Got there with the goblins. We also got.
Oh my god! There's literally a section called setting notes. I've not been using that.
Whoops.
Oh, in the book that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's setting notes. There's NPC trackers. There's. Yeah, my setting notes I have also not been using. I just tape notes in a very loose chronological fashion because it makes it easier for me to keep track
Yeah,
of
I
it.
just go by session and then just highlight things that are important.
I don't. I just kind of.
It's just names.
So, I guess we should probably just go meet with the speaker first, and then we can kind of split up and maybe do things after that. How are we doing on money, by the way? Do we need to maybe look for work while we're here, or are we good?
No, we're
we can always
pretty.
use more
We're
money.
okay at the moment.
I still
it
have
wouldn't
my
hurt for us to pick up
handsome
more. It's
whale.
never a bad thing, but we're not.
Okay.
We're not tight on funds at all.
I like how Pal became like the party's ATM.
They're
Loaded. I say a little too loud.
How much gold do we have out of character?
We have 381 gold and then 1900 silver.
Oh, Jesus.
what's the
And silver
conversion
is
rate on that again?
10 to 1, right?
Yes.
190 silver or gold. And silver.
190.
190 gold.
It's just like
Just
like
in
oh yeah,
silver.
this
And
much
then-
silver.
So
And then-
550
just-
gold.
oh.
Man.
And then from
See, I
things
saw
that Penny
something.
had sold that Sock gave her, that she's holding on for wizard things, Penny has 330 gold.
Oh.
Yeah, Penny's holding on to those because it cost me fucking 100 gold to learn a spell usually.
Is
So-
Pal supposed to have all the money?
You guys never brought it up with him.
It's picked up.
Did
Yeah.
you take the money out of my inventory last time, Leo, when I made those potions?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised at the amount of money that I have.
Any money that has been picked up, majority of it has been picked up by Pal, and then he just kind of held it, assuming he was the most responsible.
He's not wrong. I mean, I feel like that's a fair assumption.
Merely an assumption.
I just have
To
45
be
gold.
honest, I disagree. They should give all the money to me.
Yeah, you should still have some of your starting gold because we didn't really spend
The
it. on
M
a
and
lot.
Yeah,
Sam
I
is
still
for
have
money.
135 big ones in the bank.
Yeah.
Probably gonna make some risky investments like crypto. Is there Ethereum in this world?
You'll make a ton of money by the time you're dead.
First Bitcoin's
yeah.
discovered.
Electrum is actually the cryptocurrency here.
Oh,
why no one
Considering that
uses it.
no one uses it.
it's just some weird amalgamation of gold and silver. It just loses
Yep, it's-
all of its value.
Because it's 5 silver makes an electrum and 2 electrum make a gold, but you can also just do 10
Why
silver
is
and
that
make
the
gold.
conversion?
I don't know.
So
Everything else is in
annoying.
tens
I
except
guess it's
electrum.
the midway point. They are just.
The thing is,
Electrum
there's
the
nothing
gold,
between
silver.
there's nothing between copper and silver, and there's nothing between gold and platinum. It's just electrum that's by 5. Everything else is by 10.
Can you turn copper coins into copper wiring?
Do you want to invent
want a
electricity?
That'd be pretty cool as a bit to invent
but anyways.
electricity.
Penny would kind of be like, okay, well, do we know where the speaker is? Kind of turning and looking at the city. It's not a big city, but where should we start?
We should just pick a direction, just start walking, and I'm sure we'll hit it eventually.
Maybe the Northeast District. I don't know. It's calling to me.
That's a
Unless what-
direction. Start
Oh
walking.
wait, sorry. Sorry.
We're
wait,
just
I
like-
can-
No, there it says
Chris
northeast.
pulls out a
direction.
pocket map she has of the region. She's like, actually, it's right here.
Why don't
Yeah,
we
let's say
just
there is a
go
northeast
to the
district.
Speaker's house.
There's a house called the speaker.
There is.
It's so small, I didn't see it.
But Penny would be like,
You can
Well-
zoom in.
well, maybe we'll just kind of maybe we'll wander around a bit. Maybe if we see anything interesting, we'll stop for it. But or make note of it, and we'll come back to it
Okay.
afterwards.
I'll start walking
All right.
Anyway,
in a direction.
I will roll a
be
simple
following
d20 to see how. Well, actually, somebody choose the. Okay, so Noda's leading. Lucy, roll a
Oh.
d20 for me.
Do I add anything to it?
Nope.
I got
Right.
19.
Hey yo!
19.
Takes
Uh,
19 hours to find.
Oh,
so,
no.
so you were like the town is like not like waking up kind of right now because you guys just sailed over here immediately like at the break of dawn basically. So it's a bit. Some people are waking up. You do come by the Pal. You note that you walk past the Scorched Explorer, which is where you went to go ask for some information the first time you were in town.
We talked to someone there, and they gave us some information and possibly asked us to come back if we were in town. And I didn't write down their fucking name or why.
Do you remember when that was?
That was when we came back from the cairn. Not the cairn. No.
I meant like date-wise, or like
We
session-wise.
came back. Oh, date wise, that was. I don't write dates on these.
I do have the date. That was. Let me see here. That was
Oh,
roughly.
wait, we met Lillian. Lillian, an employee at the Scorched.
Oh, I do have notes for Fiolette. Let's go.
Scorched Sloan. What did I write? This is
Explorer.
not what that says on the
Explorer.
map. I wrote Sloan. I think
And-
I just didn't hear, and I didn't want to ask again.
Yeah, they were a local mountain guide, and they also informed us not that to come back, but that the fact that there has been weird yowling anytime the dust storms come through. I do have notes on this. Fuck yeah! And there's also a person called Selkath, and they own the main sort of general store here.
I thought that was Dulrock.
Was that Dolrock?
That's in Dolrock.
I thought that was Nincompoop.
Nincompoop.
Nick and Poop's the shop. No.
Nincompoop was
Right
the.
now. Is it actually called Nincompoop?
Yeah,
Yeah, old Nick and Poop. Isn't that like a place?
yeah, that's a place.
Yeah,
That's wherever
it
Oscar
was-
is from.
That's where
Ni-
Selkath works.
It's Nincompoop's
He's a shop-
knickknacks. And you guys
Yeah.
didn't ask
Oh,
about
that's
who.
the shop owner
You
at
got-
Nick
you-
and Poop.
Nobody asked about the name Nincompoop. You all just took it at face value the first time.
Yeah, 'cause
so
we asked
it's
about the party that.
I'll
that
take it at
was...
face value this time. I'm not gonna.
yeah, sure. You're free to.
Anyways,
Go
that
ahead.
was a sidebar. But yeah, so we do know one of the local mountain guides here in Lillian.
Okay.
I have 2 sections of feel it. One's empty and one has 2 notes, but
And then one
All
of
right.
those notes might not be for the right town.
no, it's above the feel it thing. So
Oh.
I just kind of guessed. But yeah, so I guess
explorer. Okay, like I understand now.
and that's
But
the-
continuing with your role, though, you continue to explore, just sort of wander around the town. This is this is like a step down from the cities, like the big cities you've been in. But in terms of like towns, this is probably this is definitely one of the better ones. You've been to like Wet Hall and the whole of Izmit. Nothing like that. This is another.
was worse than Wet Hole. Whole of Ismet was literally almost deserted.
Yes. This
really
place.
was just a hole.
People are waking up. You do see like some drunks stumbling out of bars, just sort of like singing horribly with like a mug in their hands.
Yeah, these guys are singing horribly.
But you do see like some like something that appears to be like a militia or guard begin to start patrolling what few streets exist here. But yeah, you don't seem to find like the main office. You do actually with the 19, I'll say that you do find like a rather large residence on the southeast side of town. It seems to be completely deserted though.
Wow, this place seems to be completely deserted.
What an astute
What makes you
observation,
say that?
Noda.
Thank you.
I'm gonna roll a fate roll real quick.
Wait.
Noda explodes.
Noda
Okay.
spontaneously combust.
All right.
Oh no, Noda falls in the vat of acid.
All right.
Why did they put that in the middle of the street?
Who put this here?
Who put this vat of acid right here?
If we're walking around for a
That's
while,
a safety hazard.
and
Osha
up
is
on this
not
house,
impressed.
are there any like guards or someone like
Yeah.
a city
No.
official of some
well,
kind around?
Not around this house specifically, no. But you did, as you were wandering around, see like city guards and like basically the militia of this town like begin to emerge and start patrolling. They didn't have like any sort of like standardized armor or uniform, but they all had specific cloaks and like standard
Like some
weaponry.
sort of like identifying thing on them
Yes.
that makes the group. Okay. At some point, Penny would have probably, if we got close enough to one, just probably would have been like, excuse me, do you know where we could find the speaker? I feel that.
He's got you approach a dwarf actually who's got like who's sort of just like leaning on a great club of some sort, and he's just sort of like watching over, and as you approach him, it's a bit amused, but then like once you ask about the speaker, his grin kind of splits wider, goes, yeah, that guy's probably waking up with quite the hangover. Check out his favorite drink spots, and you might find him.
Oh, what's his favorite drink spot?
Let me think. Last time I saw him, he was at the Hook, Line, and Sinker.
That's
a
a good
great
name.
name.
Mm.
And maybe be like, oh, okay, thank you very much. And she's just gonna fall back and following everybody, and mention that to Noda as we come up on this house, and be like, well, that looks
Yeah.
like they would normally be, but I don't think they're there.
Passive perception, Noda. No one's here, and
No
it's
one's
not
here.
it's not all that well cared for either.
It's not very well cared for either.
Such a...
We should go.
Good bit. Well, I did get the name of where he might possibly be. We can look there next. It's
Oh,
apparently
okay.
a spot called the Hook, Line, and Sinker.
Whoa, what a great name.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We're all at 100% energy.
Sure are. You guys decide to pick this
I
early time.
feel-
I'm actually wide awake. I took my Adderall. I'm feeling
Sure.
great.
Sure.
too. This is how I always am.
Oh,
Yeah,
Prescription, I'll give you some.
it's a controlled substance.
It is literally a controlled substance, yeah.
yeah, under my
It's-
control. Give it to me.
It literally has been abused so much that it took me 2 years to actually get any, even though I needed it. because so many people will doubt. It's like never the first choice. Because like, why do you want Adderall? I'm like, it's an ADHD medicine. It's the one I haven't tried yet. And they're like, well, but we tried this. And I'm like, well, I've tried that and it didn't work. It's like, well, let's give it a try. And I'm like, ugh.
Did it work?
No. So I tried Adderall and that worked.
Just give me my freaking meth, man.
Literally.
No, not literal.
I'm looking at the bottle right now and it says it is dextroamphetamine.
I got some
That's
expired meth down here.
Cam's microdose gun meth. He's not shooting it into his veins, but he's microdosing.
It's a different strain. It's developed to the west of here by like a tribe, and they handle it great.
What?
It's going over
100%
people's
energy.
heads. Too highbrow, Cam. Bring it down a
Too
level.
highbrow.
Sorry,
bring
my
it-
brain is.
Yeah, fuck something with your mouth.
So yeah, Penny would also, and Penny's just gonna kind of generally, because she's not nervous about the guard anymore, but she just likes to look around and people watch as they go. So she's just gonna
Sure.
keep a general eye out for any interesting events that might catch her eye. I don't think she would roll for it. I think it would
I
mostly
saw a
just
car
kind of
accident
passive.
this morning.
Sure.
Huh? What the
That's not
car?
that's Lucy. But
Interesting events. Car crash.
Weird of you to bring this up now. Huh.
just thinking about it.
Yeah, Penny would just kind of keep an eye out for interesting events.
Sure. You see interesting events. You see a golden dragonborn just sort of like clearly drunk, sort of stumbling through your streets, just like pointing at people and go, "Hey, are you okay? Good." And he's gonna stumble to the other side. "Hey, are you okay? Great." And he's gonna be going down. He's just going down the street, and they cross paths with you. He's like, "Hey, I don't know you. Are you doing good?"
I think so. It's pretty early in the day, but it's going good so far.
He'll give you 2 thumbs up. Great. And then he's gonna continue stumbling down the street.
Penny's gonna salute as he walks by.
Um,
Godspeed, sir.
but yeah, you approach the hook, line, and sinker. Some people are waking up. There's some people like straight out like passed out drunk, like sleeping on some benches in the tavern. Some sleeping outside the tavern. And they're just inside. You see, let's see, a gnome that's standing on like sort of a stool, like just polishing a lot of glasses, just like rapid fire, just like cleaning glasses, like getting ready for the day. It seems. And he'll greet you and be like, "Oh, top of the morning to you. How can I help you?"
Oh, hi.
We just opened, so it's a bit. Mind the community here. They got a bit carried away last night. Not that I'm complaining. Good for business.
It certainly sounds like it. We're looking for somebody, and we were told that they might be here.
Well, a lot of people come here. So, you got anything more to go on that?
Well, we're looking specifically for the speaker of Fiolet.
Oh, you just missed him. He left a short moment ago. He's got these small like round glasses. He gotta push them down the bridge of his nose and look at it. He's like, "Are you a child, young miss? You should watch your language."
I'm fully grown.
She's 25.
It's a bit racist of you to look at my race and how small I am to determine if I'm a child or not.
Well, I was looking for wrinkles, dear. Those usually indicate age.
Well,
Laugh lines.
I got them right here. And
crow's
she turn
feet.
around and there's like paper clips on the back of her head, pulling back all her skin.
More Simpson thing.
Yeah. No, I'm paying. I guess that's fair. Do you know where he went? Or they went?
It's like he's still wagging his finger at you. You don't get to pull the short person card on me. I'm a gnome, miss.
I'm 1'7".
Yeah, maybe don't do
What
that.
are we making? He's like shrugging now. I was like, what are we making this a competition now?
Sorry, I think we got off on the wrong foot.
Clearly.
And he's gonna shift one foot in front of the other. Do you know where he went?
You're a comedian then, are ya?
I try to be sometimes. I like to think I'm funny. My mom says I'm funny.
Anyway, so do you know where
Riveting.
he might have gone?
Not a clue. He wandered out into the streets. Soon as the light passed.
General direction? Like left, right?
Look, do you know what they look like? We actually don't have much of a
I mean-
description to go on.
You're looking for him, but you don't even know what he looks like.
We need to meet with them, but don't know what they look like. Yeah. We just know
Oh,
their
well,
position.
yeah, he's well, be mindful. He's a bit of a warrior type, so he doesn't really wear a shirt that often. Hope that doesn't alarm you or disarm you.
What's his name?
His name. Oh, his name's his name's hold on a second. What's his name? His name's Trover.
Trover?
Trilver?
Trover. Yeah.
Trilver?
Trover.
Like
Trover.
like a trove of treasure as a verb.
Yeah.
Trover?
Yeah, Trover.
Trover? I'm like,
He's going to hop up on the bar and then jump and hold his hand up like really. He's going, oh, this tall. What's house? What? Oh, shining complexion, golden dragonborn. Can't miss him.
Oh.
immediately turning around and sprinting out the door.
I just saw him. Thank you so much. What was your name?
Glenn.
Thank you so much, Glenn.
Thanks,
And-
Glenn! Out the door, sprinting.
Shakes his head. But yeah. Go ahead, whoever. Noda, you sprint out first. Go ahead and make a perception check as you look for the golden dragonborn who you cross paths with.
That's so funny.
17?
17. Yeah, you not only like you can like sort of like see him like amongst like in between some of the people, but you can also just hear him going like as people, are you good? Good. Are you good? Also good. And then just sort of like yeah, you're able to spot him easily.
I'm like sprinting in like an arc so that I actually end up in front of him so that he can
Okay.
ask me if I'm good.
You'll see he's gonna like sort of just like shakily like hunch over just a little bit so that he can make eye contact with you. He goes, hey, are you good down there?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you good up there?
I'm good. Good. And then gives a
Good.
thumbs up.
Well,
And then continues
I give him
to
2 thumbs ups, and then I'll kind of like shuffle a bit. Actually, I have some friends that could also be asked if they're good. 'Cause
Are they
I don't know
good?
if they're- I don't know. I think you need to ask.
Oh,
them
that's
that.
not good. That's not good.
Yeah, I'm not. Can I see how far away they are from me?
They're catching up to you now. That's
Yeah,
not
I'm
too
pointing
far a
at
distance.
them. I actually have 1 or 2 in particular that would love to be asked if
He's like point him out to me. He's laying down. He's like looks like he's whispering, but he's clearly speaking at full. He's just point him out to me.
I'm pointing at Pal.
All right. He's like, he goes, you got it. He's gonna give you a pat on the back, stand up at full length, and you're gonna see like the muscles on his back just sort of flex for a bit as he gets into like a full as he gets in, like he leans forward a little bit to get into like a sprint, and then just runs at him. And goes, hey you, pal, there was a dragonborn running at you screaming.
Yeah.
Goes,
Oh, that's the speaker. Oh.
And then he slides to a stop in front of you, finger in Pal's face. Hey! Important person wants to know if you're good. Are you good?
That depends. I'm looking for the speaker.
Hold on a second. He's gonna turn around like he's trying to look at himself, and then he does like a full 360. He goes, yeah, that's me. I'm good. Are you good?
That's good. I'd be really.
That
good
is
if I set up
good.
a
It gets
meeting
2
with the
thumbs up.
speaker.
Which, by the way, I can reveal this so I can know. This is him.
Oh my god, what a guy.
What a guy.
Guys. So, are you good now? We're good?
Yeah.
Well, I
Where
think
can
we
we
could
find
be
you later?
gooder.
You're Trover, right? Just to confirm.
Yeah, I am. I'm good too.
Are you good to talk right now?
Maybe not.
Absolutely, I'm good. I'm talking right now. I'm good.
How did How'd you get all those muscles?
Fai's just gonna look at Pal like, is this good?
This is not good.
He gives off the vibe that it's good.
We just need to find out where we can find him later.
Hey, does anyone here have lesser restoration?
Yes.
That does cure drunkenness, depending on how cool Leo is.
Yeah, it does.
Depending on how cool.
Well, people consider drunkenness a disease or a condition, and lesser restoration can do that. Some people consider drunkenness a feature.
Lesser restoration can cure drunkenness. It also prevents hangovers.
Would you like? I'm
Leo
just gonna
confirmed
approach.
cool.
Don't ask.
Approach Trover. Wait, no.
He's gonna say no. Just do it.
Okay, Trover. Would you like to be good?
He's like, I'm already good. I'm good. Are you good?
Would you like to be better?
What's better than good? You're either good or you're not good, and I'm good.
I heard of this word called great.
That's a great word.
Like the good
Great
part,
is just
good
another
word.
type of good.
I think it's
You
better
can be-
than good.
Yeah, but it's
Being
better than
nah,
good.
being
Oh, but then what's
nah. Yeah, what's better than? And what's better than that? It's just so much more good.
I'm doing like the fucking I'm calibrating my hands like they're fucking what do you call it, defibrillators?
All right.
Rubbing them together.
Now
Well,
he
what's another synonym for good?
is an unwilling creature, and let me check real quick. Okay.
I think
I'm basically gonna use the same rules that I do for that's used for light in this case. Because
That's
it's like a touch spell, which means that he needs to make a dex saving throw. At disadvantage because he's drunk, but because of a feature that he has, it is back to a normal roll. So I'm gonna do that.
Functional drunk.
Yeah, essentially. Dex saving throw.
my favorite feat. Functioning alcoholic.
What is Sam's spell DC?
It's high, I think. Sam, what is your spell DC?
It's probably like what,
16.
30?
16?
Oh, well, let me do
Only the
public.
gods can stop.
Let me do a public dexterity saving throw.
That's a pretty good roll. How about I fix that? Can I? I'm gonna hit him with a lucky.
All right. Roll
Get
again.
lucky, idiot. Oh, wow. Fuck.
What are these high rolls?
Wow.
18, 19.
I'm not
Yo.
about to throw in the towel just yet. Let me hit him with the cutting words.
So that's a
Sure.
D6?
Yeah, D6. I need to roll a 5.
Wait, doesn't it
does he take the
doesn't it
low-
go doesn't it go up at this level? Isn't it like
Oh, is it?
You're 5th level, so I think it goes up.
You
or-
need more than a 5. I'm pretty sure Lucky Force is the new die to be used, doesn't it?
yeah, lucky
Yes.
is the new die.
Oh,
At 5th
wow.
yeah, it becomes a
What's
D8
the
at
DC?
it's a D8 at 5th level, by the way.
A D8. Okay, so I have like a 50-50
Wait, Sam's
shot.
spell save is 13?
16.
No, it's 16, but I have to beat a 21. Which means I need a 5 or more. Or,
You can
or is
choose
it-
which of the
was it-
D20s is used for the attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh, you can
It's-
choose the
Okay.
Lucky? Okay, then yeah, you do need
It's
5 then.
silvery barbs that they have to use the new one.
Okay, so then you have a 50-50 chance then because it's a D8. Go ahead and roll a D8
7.
for me. 7.
Oh.
Let's go!
Yeah, if I want you fixed, you will be fixed. goddammit.
Is that how your cutting word sounds, Sam?
Yeah.
When he says
Uh,
fix, that's not what he,
you end up grabbing him and you see like see him like stumble a bit before like standing up straighter and they go, oh goodness, I'm dry as this desert. Anyone know where I can get a
good?
drink?
Huh?
I'm great, actually.
Great.
Thanks for the touch up, I guess. Feeling a bit dry, but I'm sure that can be fixed. That can be made better after you're done here. You want to just like walk and talk, or
Yeah, that'd be great. We'll pay for the drink after.
perfect? He gives like an okay sign. So you guys will walk back to the hook, line, and sinker, I guess, as you but on the way though, again, the streets aren't too packed, so you're easily able to talk. So he just goes sort of walking with you, both hands sort of like behind his head as he's just sort of walking. People seem to respond positively to seeing him though. They're like happy that he's there.
He's happy that he's finally not drunk.
No, they were happy before when he was on like his. They were happy when like his drunk behavior. They found it amusing and fun, but it was like, whatever. Yeah, he'll just sort of like walk with you and be like, so what's the occasion?
Do you want to explain, pal, or me?
Yeah, sure. So we've got some information about the Blight and potential way to stop it is the short explanation of why, but there's going to be a meeting between the speakers, and so we're going around to gather everybody for attendance and just make sure that they'll be good for that.
He shrugs like, yeah, sure, whatever. I doubt they want me to, like, they want my inclusion, but I guess that's all the more reason to go. Yeah.
Respect that. We were
I'll
just told
be
to gather the speakers, so
yeah.
Awesome.
It's about a pretty important thing, and I guess we can explain more when we're inside.
Yeah,
It'd be quite
sure.
dangerous for everyone involved, so we want to make sure that everyone's aware of the risks.
He's like, yeah, I'll send Lillian to send the RSVP, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just show up. Whatever. Then you guys
there, that'd be great.
You guys enter the hook, line, and sinker, and he'll be like, he'll say, Glenn, hold off on my drink, but have it ready. And Glenn just gives a suit. He's like, aye, sir. But he'll just sort of prop down on a bench. There's the only other people besides Glenn are all either like passed out or like gone. So it's a pretty empty tavern for you to speak, and he'll just sort of like say like, so you said there was other details you wanted to mention to me, or?
Yeah, and I think I can cover this part. So basically, you know about, I assume everyone knows about the bright blight outside that makes everything
kind of hard not to.
Yeah, I figured that's kind of a dumb way to start this. Well, we found a way that we could possibly get rid of it. And we did for a little bit in a really localized area, using a device that that someone had made that we found. They're
Sean the Dark. Yeah, Sean the Dark. How many people had to die to do that?
Only one.
That we know of.
Technically 6, but 5 of us came back.
Huh.
But when we activated the device, it in a pretty localized area, pretty big, got rid of it, and we were able to see the night sky again for a bit. But also, it attracted the attention of something that came out and attacked us, a being made of light. We managed to stop it, and I have the device currently, but we don't. The more we were adventuring around, the more we're realizing that there's more danger than just this light elemental. So we want to maybe convene and talk about this with some of the leadership of the area to make sure that we don't unnecessarily put someone in danger. But this could be this could lead to the end of the bright blight and the restoration to the area.
He's sort of like half listening to you, and he's just sort of like, yeah, I'm sure we'll get an abbreviated version of that when we get there.
Yeah, well, Patty's gonna look a little defeated, and be like, "Yeah, we'll go over it again when everyone's there." But as long as you're aware of why it's happening and why it's important that you come.
Yeah, I'll be there, sure. Don't know what I can contribute, but yeah.
Well, the important part is that you know about the dangers that will happen if we attempt this, and that you have your opportunity to speak your mind. Because
Sure.
your life and all the lives of the people here in Fiolette matter just as much as anyone else's.
I'm always willing to speak my mind. And
I can see
though I'm
that.
sure not a lot of people view it the same way as you do, though. Like, tell me, have you stopped by Ismet up north?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
how'd
only
that
ones
go?
We couldn't really convince to come.
Why
They're-
would they? Nobody cares about them. Not even
That's
they
what they
care about
said.
themselves. Like,
They
it's
gave that
kind of
impression. They didn't say
it's
that.
kind of depressing. They're a bummer. Like, I don't dislike them, but like, I just don't like being around them because they're so sad, you know.
What happened to the whole of Ismet to make it that way?
Shit's cursed. I don't know. He just kind of shrugs.
Cursed?
Yeah, it's like some people just like get feelings of like there's a lot of legends, myths, stories of like dead crawling back to life. Like people don't stay dead there, and then also just like land's not good to sleep on. People get nightmares all the time.
Penny looks a little too interested.
I was like, Penny, that's like the stuff that you do.
Shh.
Sorry.
Well,
He's like, I don't mind that hocus pocus, fancy schmancy stuff, so long as somebody controls it. But like that stuff just kind of happens on its own there.
huh. Maybe we could look into that.
Maybe after we've finished our current, we have a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Making a big note of that. Whole of Ismet is full of cool shit.
It's haunted.
Well, okay. Well, we passed along the message. What's the next town we're going to? I forget the name.
Grimazon.
Grimazon. And we don't know the speaker of Grimazon, right? No, we do.
You have not. You don't know the speaker personally. There was mention of it when you talked with Deshaun. He mentioned that he has fallen ill as of late, and hasn't made that many like even his own people haven't like heard much from him. He seems to just be resting.
Sorry, I'm just going through my notes.
Yeah.
Corin Silver, right? Or Corvin? Corin?
Let me check here. Yeah, yes, Corvin Silver is the name.
And he's the one who collects the large
he has a sort of taste for like the grandiose. I believe Deshaun told you that he has a reputation of being a bit theatrical at some points. So the fact that he's being like quiet is of moderate concern. Maybe his illness is quite serious.
Okay. Yeah, our next stop after here is going to be in Grimazon with Mr. Silver. Do you know of anything that might help us, convince him or, find him when we get there?
He shrugs, he's like, I don't know, never knew him that well. He didn't like me too much either. Maybe because I didn't play along with all of his hijinks or whatnot.
Patty's gonna kind of tilt her head. Hijinks?
Hey, he's all just like... He likes to shout a lot, and I just like... I say it as it is. I only get loud when I'm drunk, Other than that, I just sort of chill. I just say what is on my mind, and that's about it. He likes to talk. He likes to talk around. Likes to like shout at people as if it makes him smarter or some shit. We all know he's a dumbass. He can't read half the books he owns.
No, Pay's gonna look over at Pal. It's like, unless you had anything else to add, I kind of wanted to ask about something else.
It seems like he's on board for the speaker matter, so I guess go ahead.
Okay. Mr. I have your first name, but not your last. Mr. Trevor? Or Mr. Trover? Trevor?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you French? Do you know anything about the shipment of Olmeron that came through here recently?
He's scratching
This
his
is
head like,
unrelated.
not particularly.
Do you have a lot of Olmeron come through here?
Not entirely sure what that is. Gonna be real with you.
This would probably be something to check with the port.
It's like, yeah, if you're trying to track shipment, can I ask why?
Well, we ran into... Actually, can I insight check him?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make
Is
an
he
insight
playing
check.
dumb?
Make an insight check. And I will make a
So we ran
persuasion
into too many
or...
interests or interested parties for me to be telling a lot of information.
Yeah?
Whew. That is 18 plus... What's my insight? 19.
Alright, let me make a... Ooh. You don't know, it's kind of hard to get a read on this guy. Now that without the drunken stupor, he seems like rather like calm, collected, and relaxed. Very charismatic fellow. Not the sharpest person, but you know.
We ran into some trouble in Wet Hall, and we may have traced it back to something that came from here. And so we were just trying to follow up to see maybe what caused it, and if we can maybe put a stop to it. It's kind of something I was personally worried about. It has nothing to do with the speaker stuff.
Like, if you say, he shrugs the guys like, if you say so.
So, do you know where I would go to maybe find some more information about this?
The problem with going to the port here is that it's not really, like, none of our, like, imports or exports are really centralized. You'd have to, like, go one by one to everyone. You're free to do so, but I can't guarantee they'll offer you their, documentation or whatnot.
Okay. I kind of look down and kind of just fiddle with her Olmeron necklace. Yeah, unless anyone had anything else they wanted to ask, I think we got the message across. And he's gonna look at the rest of the group.
I think you did it pretty well.
While that's wrapping up, I'm gonna ask the bartender how much his drink costs, because I don't know pricing of this stuff.
70 gold. This man.
No.
100 diamonds.
He'll ask for just like a couple silver.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I'll just hand that
We got
over
plenty
then.
of those.
And
Unfortunately, we are now at 1897 silver.
Fuck.
he will once the drink gets slid into his hand, he'll just sort of raise it to you and say, "Cheers. Hopefully see you there, maybe." I don't
We
know.
hope to be.
Are you just messengers or are you important?
We're pretty tight.
Not
up
to
in this
sound
at this
rude.
point.
Okay, well, cool. You're
yeah,
important
it's-
then. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
I like to be important.
Yeah, we are.
That's good. We should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. I guess we'll leave him to his drink
Nice.
Okay.
and step outside.
Sure. He will continue to nurse his drink. You see him just sort of like just mention like, hey, I might order a few more along the way. Like already, he's already planning like getting more drinks and whatnot.
Jesus Christ, man.
What else are you guys gave him a reset, so it's like fresh start.
Back up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, round 2.
Back on
round
the-
2.
Back on the grind.
He's going for a new PB.
Yeah. So yeah, you free to do whatever.
Nice. All right. Well, that went smoothly. That's good.
So we got the speaker here interested. I do kind of want to look into the connection here from Wet Hall.
Yeah, we can try.
I still feel a
he
little
seemed pretty
wary.
sure that we weren't going to be finding anything, but it wouldn't hurt for us to check.
just a bit worried about it. So did we get this might be a stretch to try and infer. Did
Sure.
we get the idea that the Dwagar in the ship was at all related to
You can say it again,
Quopip
Gum
and the
Jack.
paladin who may have killed, or the paladin-like wound that killed Quopip and the group that he is a part of?
Well, let me see.
I need to draw something real quick, Cam.
Oh boy.
You gave me such a
alright.
brilliant idea. You have no idea.
Let's see. I would say, the most obvious connection is that they're both Underdark species, depending on how likely your character subscribe to those sort of narratives is up to you.
Penny would probably know them, but not really believe them because she hasn't met anybody from the Underdark until now.
The only thing of note is that the paladin-like wound that you had found on Quopip has a lot of religious connotation, and the dwarf that you met also had sort of religious paraphernalia and also like religious speech when you spoke with him.
Yeah,
and also when you talked to Quopip using Speak with Dead, he mentioned that the people he worked for had very like grandiose, almost symbolic goals, which are in line with religion.
Saviors, and that will bring darkness and establish the kingdom.
Yes.
And what we got from the Dwagar was that they were part of a group that they were patrolling / delivering / scouting. They were just kind of like a general grunt. And that they followed Vryn, the Bright Lord.
Yes.
I didn't get anything more from that, so I guess I didn't get any whatever from that. Yeah. Penny's starting to get a little paranoid about
there's multiple parties involved.
Yeah.
there's parties involved. Who knew? But yeah.
So yeah, Penny would look at everyone in the party and be like, so I might look into that. I know you guys wanted to go meet with the Tinkerer or something here.
Yeah, I guess we'll check into that.
So maybe we could
Please don't start anything that will cause us to have to fix a problem.
I will try.
Okay.
Besides, I've got... And she's gonna reach into the ground, like physically stick her hand up to her elbow into the ground and pull out Bert by the scruff of his neck that doesn't exist because he's just a bones.
Has he been there the whole time?
Sometimes I can usually feel him when he's underground, like a person who manages golf courses digging for moles.
What's a golf course?
He is still an owl form.
Yes. And be like, I'll have Bert do most of the looking, so that way I'm not really putting myself in danger. And maybe Noda or Gris or Sam even. Well, no, Sam, you should go to the Tinkerer. Noda or Gris, do you guys want to go with Pal and Sam?
Sure. Let's see what they're up to. Tinkering.
Yeah, I guess.
We might need.
If you want to solo this.
I think I'm probably just gonna ask a couple questions and then come right back. That's all right. Besides, I got... And she's gonna open the bag and 3 skeletal heads pop out, not fully. I got friends.
I'd prefer if somebody else was...
How about Gris then?
Alrighty.
Yoda's trying not to look hurt. Yeah, no, I wanted to go with. I wanted to see the Tinkerers anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never. And I tried to put my.
Boy,
arms
am I-
around Pal,
boy, am
but
I
was
sure
like,
glad.
I never get to hang out with these two anyways.
You come up to Sam's midriff and like Pal's knee. By the way.
Yeah, and I'm like trying to put my arms. I was like, yeah, no, I always wanted to hang out with these guys anyways.
Well, I was just thinking that maybe.
No, it's cool. No, you don't. This is what I wanted.
You don't have to
so
explain yourself. Yeah.
let's go, guys.
Okay. Well,
I can tell that some drama just happened, but I'm just kind of like sitting there like with my hands together.
did I fuck up
Drama.
after they walk
Did I
away?
cause this?
Did I fuck up, Chris?
I mean, I don't know. She was acting a little weird, but I mean, she did say she was happy to go with Pal and Sam.
That is true. She did seem very happy about it.
It's
Maybe
the
we should always
saddest
end up with her.
skipping you've ever seen. Head down, knees up.
And so, yeah, Penny would walk over there. If we want to do the Tinker first, because honestly, I'm interested in that as well. My
Well,
ass is nosy, but Penny had no reason to go with you guys.
Depending on how what the choices of the robot friends are, it could take longer. So we're actually going to do Penny's port investigation first.
Okay.
So Penny, as you're wondering how in the world you fucked up so badly, you walk with Gris, heading over to the port. How are you going about this?
Okay.
Should we sneak or
Did
not
I
sneak, but-
give the ledger back to Plash?
You did not. You kept that shit.
Cool. I'm gonna open that ledger and see if I can find any identifying information about
Sure.
where it came from in Violet. Because Penny definitely dog-eared the page that was on.
Yeah. I remember pointing this out because I remember you asking for any other identifiers besides Violet, and the thing is, that there's not.
Yeah, I know it was Omeron.
Phew.
Bless you.
Too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's no other identifiers besides Violet. Okay. Yeah, Penny's gonna send. First of all, she's gonna send Bert to just kind of fly and hide along the rooftops and just kind of keep watch to see if they're being followed at all.
Sure, make a perception check with Bert.
Which is an advantage because Owl go Burr. Well, actually, they go
Go
Hoot,
Bert.
but ooh, this is a new character sheet for Bert. Oh, because I think the familiars don't use the same sheets as characters.
Yeah.
But hey, this is cool. I kind of like this. Yeah, advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing or sight. Then he has a +3 to perception. That's a natural 20.
Okay.
Whoa.
Let me see.
Bert doesn't see anyone suspicious following you. Like I said, this is still relatively early in the morning. It's now like around like 9:30, approaching 10. And like some people are waking up now, going about their business, but no one's like suspicious is surrounding you. But with a natural 20, I will say, as you're like, Bert does like a sweep of like the port yard, and he does see some appears to be some a section of the wall that seems to have been like sort of chipped away at in the back corner of one of the storage buildings.
Okay, I finished.
Oh, the thing. I thought there was just some wild bit.
I'm like,
What did you
I
do to that wall?
was about to say like, yo, that's crazy. This man's out here wild
Friday
and
night, if you know what I'm
You don't know
talking
what you said, but allow me to remind you what you said.
this might be a stretch.
What? Oh, it's like this.
This might be a stretch.
What the fuck?
No, it's good.
I love this Wojak that has been put through like 7 different filters and then redrawn.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. Big fan.
Yeah, Penny's gonna kind of lean over to Gris and be like, "Oh, Bert seems to have spotted something. Maybe we should check it out."
Yeah, do you want me to go or do you want to both go?
If we're both pretty sneaky, we can both go.
All right.
Then yeah,
Oh.
I guess we'll try to do it stealthily, question
So long, you're free to make a stealth check. So long as you're staying outside the building, no stealth check is required if you examine it from the outside.
Yes.
Okay.
And if so, if you wish to examine it, please make an investigation check. Either both of you make it
Alright.
individually, or you may make it at advantage when you may give advantage to the
I will tell
other.
you, my investigation is
+2.
+5.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. I'll help Penny.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's another natural 20.
Oh.
Along with a 1. Jesus. Thank you for the
Okay.
Thank you for the
My bad.
All right. So,
That's
with the natural
25
20,
total.
yeah, you're able to see that this was you're able to examine like the sort of like hole that was basically cut in like sort of chiseled into the back of this building. It is like a building with like a sandstone foundation and then sort of just like a steel sheet to like sort of for like to give for the general wall rising up. But you see someone like dug a rather small like tunnel that you via the around the sandstone base. And if you just take a little peek in there, you can see that it goes like forward and then just pops up out of the floor. And you see that this was clearly done with like some sort of like expert mining tools of whatnot. Someone clearly knew what they were doing, did so carefully. It's also like relatively on the small side compared to like you think like Gris would struggle to fit through here. That she could like sort of slither through here because she's a mustelid, but it would be a bit difficult. It'd be a bit of a tight squeeze, and Pal and Sam definitely wouldn't be able to.
Oh, fuck. I was like, is this the version of Mousefolk that has the squeeze ability? No, this isn't.
You're able to fit in here fine because you're smaller than the average person.
Smarter than the average bear.
Hey.
We're saying a warrior anymore.
Hey.
You're lucky
But
I'm not there.
But yeah, you see this, and yeah, it also like from your investigation, you'd be able to tell like this is a bit old, like it's been in place for a while.
Here, I'm just gonna have. Here, Gris, can you hold my hand?
Sure.
Then
Why?
Penny's eyes are gonna roll into the back of her head.
Oh no.
What have you done?
Is
And
she like standing like just fully still? 'Cause
Yes.
I'm imagining shaking. Okay.
Frothing
her eyes
at
roll
the
into the
mouth.
back of her head,
Cool.
and she just kind of goes. Oh, she's standing there, and she's definitely not like stiff or anything, but she's definitely not present. And then a little purple light is gonna light up behind Bert's skull, and she's gonna say, "I'm gonna look through Bert for a bit. I can't hear or see through my body. I can hear you right now because Bert's right there." And she's gonna point over at Bert and then adjust her hand because she pointed the wrong way because of perception of looking through someone else's eyes. And be like, so just I can still feel you, so just tap me if something goes wrong, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
And then Bert's gonna wiggle his way in.
And you can't move at all when you're like that?
I can move. I'm
Oh, you
just
can.
blind
Okay,
and
okay.
deafened, so it's very
Gotcha.
dangerous for me to
Okay.
move. So if you need to move me, you can like grab my hand and run, and I will feel that and probably just drop out of Bert.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'm just gonna send Bert there for a bit and be super safe. And actually, to be even more safe, Penny's going to reach into the bag and pull out nothing, and then you hear 2 feet tap on the ground as she's gonna pull out an invisible Jingleheimer.
Oh, that guy again.
Jingleheimer, you're not here, but you are.
Oh god.
God, I forgot that. So
He's so cool.
Second, let me apply
I'm
invisible to
low-key-
him.
Oh my god.
He readjusts his
He's invisible.
sunglasses.
And then, okay, so Jingleheimer, I want you
So,
to hold...
Grace, you jump a little when you hear just a random, like, come out of nowhere.
Yeah, Jingleheimer, here, Gris, hold out your other hand.
He's fucking
Yeah?
invisible.
And then you're gonna feel a very bony hand grab yours. Sorry, that's Jingleheimer.
It
Um,
sure is, isn't it?
Jingleheimer, I want you to listen to Gris and do whatever she tells you, okay? Alright, you can now use your...
I shush him.
You can now use your bonus action to command Jingleheimer.
Okay.
And then Bert is going to squeeze in.
So I'm holding
alright.
both of your hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
But from the outside, it looks like you're only holding one person's hand.
But your other hand is still like held out.
Yeah, your other hand is held out and like wrapped around nothing. Bert, since Bert is an owl, he can't really like slither in there. He's just sort of just hopping there, just like
If he needs to, he'll
little
break
graceful
away. He can
hops.
put it back on.
You know, just pop his head out, and just hop out of the hole, just hop around. Yeah. What you see, near the hole is that there seems to be a waste, like almost waste bin of some kind. There's various scrap metals that are like of varying qualities. There's like some shiny metals, some dented metals, some burnt metals, some like really
Burnt
warped
metal?
ones. Yeah. There is, yes. And then there is just like a bunch of basically like scraps that seems to be like thrown away. There's even like sort of like someone writing very messily on there, just as scrap, like, and it's just a bunch of like discarded metals and stuff. There's like broken tools, swords, some like plates of armor that were ripped off or stuff.
And it looks like it just kind of dead ends into this like pit of scrap heap.
It's not like a whole pit. It's just like a really large container for it. Yeah.
Hmm.
And there are some like sheddings, like pieces that are lying around, just like somebody took it out or whatnot.
Somebody took
But
an
like-
L or whatnot.
Somebody took some
Taking the L
metal
right
out, and yeah.
now. I'll have Bert come back out, and then have him just kind of fly up to the rooftops again and just kind of perch up there and look around. I'm gonna come back to my senses and be like, it looks kind of just like a scrap heap.
Oh, really?
I wonder if there might be something valuable in there.
Want to go look? I love
Uh,
sniffing around for treasure.
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, if we can get anything to help us get a little bit more cash, Hal did say we could use a little bit more cash. So, and
Sure.
I'm gonna have.
My words have been twisted to condone robbery.
This isn't
Uh,
robbery; it's trash. It's garbage picking.
Well, as you go in, I will need a stealth check so that guys go unnoticed.
Alright.
People are now moving about. There is like active work going on.
So, just so I understand what this hole is, it's kind of like it goes down in and then pops back up above.
It
ground, and that's where the
goes
scrap heap?
it goes forward into into the sandstone base of the building and then just pops up in the floor.
I see. Okay.
And
then it's like,
this
and then I'm like
this
inside the building, and that's where
this
it is.
this building has many long like dirty metal containers basically. Think of it almost like how you'd see like Goodwill bins lined up basically, but instead of like clothes, it's just like a bunch of different scrap metals, broken weapons, tools, and armor pieces.
Gotcha.
And then I'm gonna have I'm gonna send a mental command to Jingleheimer to just post up next to the hole and be ready to defend.
Even though you cannot see it, you hear the soft sound of a hand reaching his skull as if he's saluting you.
Does that mean I'm not holding his hand anymore?
Yeah, he lets go of your hand.
Okay, cool.
You seem.
Phew.
That's something wrong, Chris?
No, nothing. It's just a little hot outside, and I like stick my hand behind my back and wipe it against my clothes.
Whew. Let's be fair, he's not the stinky one. That's Jacob. Jacob smells like actual ass. And Penny's gonna crawl into the hole.
Wow, Penny. That was very okay.
And stealth check, you said?
Yes.
I do have +6 to stealth, unless I don't know if we need to make our own.
For stealth, usually you make your own, unless you're
Gotcha.
I got a 16.
I got us 12.
12. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. 16 and 12. I'm gonna write that down.
I hate when you say that.
Okay. You're free to enter the building. You see like various bins along here, and now that you're in, you're able to see like, like you see again just rows and rows of bins filled with like metals of various kinds. Some of them are just like lazily like put down on the floor. Occasionally, like a foot of yours would like accidentally kick one. And you'll just hear it just sort of like skid across the floor and like hit other pieces of metal and make some ting sounds, but doesn't attract any attention yet. There's various flyers and papers near like the entrance if you want to get closer there. However, that's when stealth will play out a larger part because that's where like people are walking past the building. But there are like pieces of paper sort of like hit like bundled up or like almost like hanging from like the wall that's like right next to the entrance.
Okay, why does Chris look like that?
I didn't know
Why
what a skunk
you-
looked like
you-
off the top
you-
of my head, so I just used her
I
portrait.
love the forward-facing skunk and mouse.
Yeah, you drew her kind of like a squirrel.
Good.
I'm literally just following the picture that she has like on the thing, and then I just added a skunk tail.
I'm just so obsessed with this.
It looks like a fart plug. Stinky.
Stinky.
Hey,
Penny's gonna look
Stinky.
at Gris and be like, I'm gonna take a look at some of the papers up front, see if I can find anything.
Alright.
Maybe see if you can find anything worth. Is this stealing?
I mean, no one's here, right? They're not using it. So.
I guess that's fair. And Penny's gonna be like, maybe
It's
find.
not stealing if they're not there.
So true, so true, so true,
If you
bestie.
get caught.
Catalytic converter.
It's only a crime if you get caught, says the person who's been to prison.
Yeah,
So true, Queen.
So true, Queen.
I just love pennies. I guess that's fair. Okay.
Penny's
Ch-
gonna walk
ch-
towards the front,
children
look
are
through the
influenceable.
papers, And
okay. Let me check to see. Yours was a 16, correct?
yes.
Okay. Alright. Which means that. Okay. You hear the hustle and bustle as you get close to the entrance. This is like a long house, by the way, that like you need to like basically walk all the way towards. But when you approach the papers, you see it's just a various log of just like shipping like just grabbing like either specific types of scrap metal or just like a specific quantity of scrap metal and just shipping it out to somewhere else. Basically, people make requests like, "Hey, I'm like basically Smiths requesting like, hey, I'll take any like scrap metal from you." Basically, there's also like a few like personal quests. Like it looks like workers are just like grabbing some stuff on occasion for like personal projects or just to have, I guess. Because generally scrap metal isn't that valuable, especially when it's twisted and worked this way, but
It takes a lot of
Some
work to
peop-
actually get it to a workable state, so it's like,
Yes.
if you're willing to use it, you can have it, but most people wouldn't want it.
yeah, it's done quite cheap. It isn't the most profitable, but it's mostly, there seems to be like some reason to do it, I guess, but
Alright. And that's what's in the papers, that's what I see outside.
yeah, that's what you see. That's what you see in the papers. You haven't looked outside. You're free to open the door, but then I'm gonna need like
Hello,
another check
world.
from you. I'll need another check from you.
Okay. Yeah, Penny's gonna... Okay, can I take, like, a couple minutes and try... Fuck, I don't have any... This ledger doesn't have anything... It's all in, whatever the fuck his name is. I know his name. I have it written down. I know his name. Don't say it. I know it.
Yeah.
I know
Do
it.
you?
He's been pretty clear that he does.
I know this.
You got this.
Fuck, where? I have this? Oh my god, do I not have this? I know I have this.
The former
Urglor.
speaker, Orglor, was a half-orc.
Is the ledger entirely in his handwriting, or is there like pieces of, are there like receipts that came from Violet that have other handwriting?
The ledger is not entirely his handwriting. There's various different types of handwriting. These seems to be like basically sent over to him, like sort of
Can
deal.
I
There's no like one specific.
Can I look through the papers on the table as well as, and then compare it to the receipt from Violet and see if I can find
Absolutely.
a match?
Absolutely. Go ahead. This will be a just a basic intelligence check, I think.
Well, I've been adding not the right things to my. I was looking at my notebook when I was doing my rolls. I should have a +7 to investigation, not +5. Oh, well, I'll correct that later. So this will be a +4. It's just basic intelligence.
Yep.
Man, it's a 9 total.
9 total. Yeah, it's all just like there's a lot of chicken scratch here. It's kind of hard to tell.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
calligrapher's tools.
Yeah.
Lets me add my proficiency bonus to any checks you make using the tools in your craft. Would that include identifying handwriting?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it this time.
Yeah. Then that is a. It's not much better. It's a 12.
It's a 12.
Breaks 10.
Yeah, sure. Let me see. Yeah, you're not able to locate it. You're not able to locate like anything that like matches.
Okay. Okay, I don't think there's anything here for us, Chris.
Okay.
What have you been doing in the meantime?
I was waiting for you to be done.
Oh.
Well, because I didn't know when to.
Waiting for you to come back.
So, I was just gonna scope around, see if there's anything valuable, important, or that I might like.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Alright. That's +2. God damn it. I got a 3, so 5.
It's all just like it's like I don't know if you guys can relate, but like if I'm ever like in a craft store, I feel completely lost because it's just like a bunch of stuff that I don't know what it does or what it's for. That's kind of the feeling that
I go into a Michael's.
Yeah. So
I see
that's
things for projects I didn't even think you could do as a project.
yes.
Like,
so
that's interesting.
that is the feeling that is overwhelming Gris right now. Is like there's a lot of potential here. I have no chance of understanding any of it.
Everything here is a little above my head, Penny.
That's okay. I think I'm done here.
That's just because you're short.
Said that.
You just
Who are you? Show yourself. Yeah, and then Penny's gonna be like, "Well, maybe we should get out of here because I don't think we're supposed to be in here."
Oh yeah, that's a good point. We should probably find the others. I want to see what the tinkering,
Yeah, I might maybe ask around before we leave. But I think, yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be hard to locate this just based on what little we have looking at the ledger.
That's a good point.
So yeah, let's get out of here. And he's gonna shimmy on out.
Okay.
Not far.
Well,
You laughing at the word shimmy, huh?
I'm just imagining Penny shimmying, like arms out, shoulders shaking.
Yeah.
do you want to take a quick break, real quick, and then come back at around 12-ish?
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Works for me.
Okay.
I love intelligence skills. They're so good.
You say so.
so cute.
So cute.
I only saw the one for. Was there more than two? I saw
there's
like
4
the.
currently.
I saw
Yeah.
the Rillaboom one, and then the.
Primarina.
No, oh, there's a Primarino. I saw the Meloetta one.
Can you
Yeah, so
imagine if
there's
there's a
one for each type.
toxtricity one?
They didn't do that. They went with
Man.
Rotom for electricity, but her electricity design is so cool.
Missed opportunity.
Can you send that? Where the fuck did I put my phone?
Yeah, I actually, the last 4 things I retweeted on my Twitter are all that.
It's reposted now because tweet is not a thing. It's X.
Been waiting for that chance.
I'm just gonna send them in Snom, I guess. Here's the electricity.
Where is my phone?
You want me
Where
to
did
call
I
it?
put it? It's on silent.
Is it in your?
It's on silent and then vibrates off. Did I leave it in my car? I don't think so. I feel like I was on it when I got in here.
So there's the road. I'll send the full images, and then it's the Rotom one,
Oh, the Primarina one's so cute.
and then they did
Oh.
one with they did with Rotom, and then they did one with my personal favorite, Skeledirge.
Wait, so there's more than 4.
Oh.
Oh, there's
what
gonna be
is
one for
this?
each type,
Oh, that's so cool.
and they're all done by individual artists. Some of which work on like the Pokemon TCG, some of which are guest artists, some of which are like anime artists.
Wait, I love the Rotom one.
The Rillaboom one is also really cute.
Yeah, no, I like the Rillaboom one.
And then if you go to my Twitter, because I don't want to send like all of them.
No,
And go with
send
the-
all of them.
Okay, well that's it. There's also a reference sheet for each one.
Yeah, I remember like because the Rillaboom, she's just green and it's cute.
Yeah. And it leans into the jersey design from Sword and Shield to make like a cheerleader design.
That's so cute.
And the first one, which was the one that, which is also makes the most sense to start with, which was Psychic for Meloetta, because that's the Miku Pokemon. I also love that in her reference sheet for the Psychic one, her twin tails just go through the beanie. There's just 2 holes specifically for them.
I love it when hats have to like accommodate like facial features like horns or some shit, or just like, but it's for like hair though.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
It's like you could restyle your hair, but it's like, no, Miku's gonna have the twin tails.
She's just
Figure
gonna
it
cut
out.
holes in her hats.
That's like the. Hold on. Showing this. There's a streamer, and there was a cowboy event in Valorant where like the new skins were all cowboy themed.
Oh yeah, and they're so cool.
No, they're really cool. But hold on. Here we go. I don't know why he's looking at the camera like that, but he cut holes in a hat so he could wear his headset with the cowboy hat.
Oh my god.
He looks like
Perfect.
he's accusing me of something.
He is. He's
Can I
accusing you of
cast
not.
insight on that?
Is
Still
it
safe
Sova?
around
Is it the
here.
Sova man?
Yeah, that's the soul man. That's everything.
Yeah, I know him. He's a Sova man. That's literally all I
Also,
know about him.
For the electric Miku, they have 2 character sheets, one for her design and then one for some like character things about like her team and like her job as like an
That's so
entertainer.
cute.
And her team consists of all electric types except for also Mr. Rhyme.
Why?
I think
Oh,
he's the
because it
manager.
rhyme?
He's the manager.
I don't know, but like he's behind everyone else when they're like in an on stage pose.
I guess it makes sense.
That's it. Alright,
And
is
also
everyone
Rotom
here?
was like-
No.
Yeah.
It's like why
I think
Rotom
so.
over Toxtricity? And I'm like Rotom fits better, I think. Rotom is funny.
Alright. Well, here then we can pick back up where we left off. Penny and Gris, the 2 best friends of the party, were having their investigation over by the port.
Twist the knife, why don't you?
And then the golden trio of Sam, Noda, and Pal went to go check out the go touch base with the Tinkerer. Now, depending on how this goes, this could either be like the rest of the session, or you guys are just gonna walk in, walk out. So we'll see how this goes.
Walk in, rolls a 1, walks out.
You're welcome.
Noda, I'm assuming in your huff you're leading the way towards the to the lit
No,
lamp.
I'm trailing behind with my
I
arms
can
crossed and I'm
lead
really
the way
quiet.
Okay.
Oh
So as you stop on over. Hold on a second. Sure, got stuck on a wire. Okay, cool. All right. As you stop on over, you see the lit lamp, and there's a sign on there, and you see there's clearly a placeholder for a lamp, but there's no lamp hanging off of there for some reason. As you go about go into the store at least, there is a rabbit folk. Hold on a second. There's a harangon. I think I have a token for them. Let me see. Did I do this? I did. So the lamp. Funny thing about it is, it's not a dedicated like Tinkerer store. Actually, it is a modest inn, basically. Which is a mild cause for concern for you, Sam and Pal, when you're like, oh yeah, go to the lit lamp. Their swords are out. But you remember that they were told that they are innkeepers first, and that some of them are one of them is just really passionate about machines, as it were. So as you enter, there is a rather like bulky, like muscled rabbit folk. Let me see. Here, she has a token. Yeah.
Oh.
She's sort of leaning over a bar counter. She has a like dark green shirt that like cuts off at the midriff. Is wearing baggy pants and is just sort of like has like hands and knuckles with clear calluses on them. As she leans over, and second you enter, she. Like you see her like perk up for a moment as if she's putting on like her customer service face. She goes like, "Hi, how?" And then like she sees that like two machine people are walking, and then she sort of hunches over and sighs and goes, "Cydia, get your ass down here! Some nerd shit for you."
Are they siblings? It sounds like they're siblings.
You'll see. Hold on a second. I need to update that token, and then let me see here. Okay. And yeah, you'll see a similar one, more modestly dressed with like a flowing but light, like almost like cardigan cloak. Lots of pockets and like side bags, basically. Just like like you can hear her like sort of jingling down. She has got like a bunch of parts in her pockets as she's walking down. Similar looking rabbit folk, actually. Yes, they seem to be twins of a sort. And she says, she sort of walks down and is like, "Dear sister, could it serve you to be, I don't know, a bit more reputable in front of our customers?" And then the former sister just sort of back to leaning over, hunched over, goes, "It's not like they're gonna buy anything they can't eat." And so then she'll go back to like she'll like reach under the counter and just like pull up a book and just flip it open and goes back to reading.
Bread and starts eating.
I'm gonna poke out behind. It's like I can eat.
And the one at the bar will quirk an eyebrow and she'll be like, "You buying anything?"
What do you have to buy?
"Food and drink."
I'll have one food, please. And I'll walk
She's
up
gonna
and sit down.
She's gonna sigh and go, "All right." She's gonna, as you sit down, she's gonna look at you, Noda, and be like, "So, are your friends sentient, or are you their owner? How's this work?"
My friends are mad at me.
Okay.
She starts crying.
Okay. She goes, okay.
Sorry, her other friend went off a different direction today.
I think
she
it's
goes,
because I called
You
her
should-
weird, but I didn't mean it in
No,
like
no,
a
this-
bad
that's
way. It
not
was just an
her-
observation.
I'm sorry.
she goes, no, so the one that was manning the bar is now like leaning forward, just like not like hunched over, but like interested. She's now invested. She's like,
She
Oh,
just
go-
went
go.
like her head weird. I just thought it was strange. I didn't think she'd be that offended by it. But I think she doesn't like me anymore. And then like I said something weird to Chris earlier today too, and I think I hurt her feelings too. And it's just like, I don't know. And I like look over to Sam and Pal, like, what do you think they're talking about right now?
Sam has his entire mouth stuffed with stale bread.
do you have stale bread in your inventory? Because if not,
Where
the
did you
bit
get
is
stale
dead.
bread? Why would you
My
have
You do-
stale bread?
piece of wood.
You do not. Yeah, you do not have stale bread in your inventory, and you don't
Did you
have
minor
wood.
illusion it?
I can minor illusion it. I'd like to minor
So,
illusion a piece of plywood I found
So-
outside.
so the thing is that minor illusion,
Specifically that you
it's
found
hard.
outside.
It's hard to minor illusion something they're holding. It's gonna just be a clearly levitating thing, and it's hard to make it move.
Levitating
or-
bread, I can work with that.
Sure.
Probably the
I would like to have a rotating piece of bread that is just it's like one of those items from Risk of Rain. It just goes, just turns right. It's got plus right in the console command on it.
Yeah. All right. You have a levitating. You've minor illusioned a levitating piece of bread.
That's a fat
As
piece of bread right there.
Noda's bawling her eyes out, the bartender, not really caring about the bit, will just sort of like
Her loss.
sit down and place a what looks to be like a cup of some like some kind of juice and just like a simple sandwich in front of her, and just sort of leans over and goes, "Sweetheart, they are disrespecting you, is what I hear. They are disrespecting you."
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't
mm.
seem like those kind of people, though. They were always so nice to me.
Man, I hate Noda.
Shoot.
And the more composed one will be like, so are you free thinking,
Oh,
or are you
right,
based on
right.
commands?
No, what's your guys'
Yes.
names?
No, we're. Yeah, we are free.
Uh,
yes.
It's like, oh, good. I thought that she nods to Noda was like in control of you somehow, and
No,
I
thank
was
God, not.
What?
okay. And
Wait, what do you mean?
the
you?
the
Do
one
you not
the
think I'm
the
capable
one
of-
the one manning the bar like leans over and whispers you, "He is disrespecting you. You deserve more."
You're so right.
The one man in the bar will like stand up straight now, hands on her hips, and like sort of like flex her muscles a bit, and will be like, "I am Eve, and I well, as you can see, I serve both my
Yes, Queen, you
tavern
are
keepers,
serving.
and she also like strikes a pose at your mention. Goes, yes, I do serve. Very captivating, am I right?
So
and,
true, Queen.
The most aggressive side eye towards Paladin.
Yeah. The sister is like
That is a
the
bombastic
sister
side.
the sister to her is like pinching the bridge of her nose, and is just like Pal, with your passive perception, you hear her mutter under her breath, if there weren't children around, I'd say she's serving something else that starts with a C. And then we'll just stand up straight and like do a little curtsy with her coat basically towards the two robots and be like, yes, I am Cinia. Excuse my sister. She's a very bored person.
I like her.
You like everyone, Noda.
Yeah? What does that have to do with anything?
Damn.
I was just making
You
sure
ju-
everyone was aware of that.
Just underneath
Oh, what's
the
it
breath
not to
underneath the
like?
breath of Eve, you just hear disrespecting you.
What was the other sister's name? Cinia?
Yeah, it's
Cinia and you?
Eve and Cinia.
How do you spell that?
Cinnia.
Okay.
And goes, I'm assuming you came to, she gestures towards the, automaton folk, and she goes, I'm guessing you came for my services and not for, she gestures to, the enraptured, Noda, just giving Eve all the gossip.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
sidelined for a separate thing with the party, so.
Yeah, it's
You hear
What?
Eve gasp, go, No, they
no,
didn't.
I wanted to come here.
Goes,
Yeah.
Eve is hyping you up, it's like, Eve is hyping you up, like, yeah, that's right, you go where you want to.
Self.
No one
I just feel
sidelines
like
you.
you guys have a bit of a boys' club happening, but it's cool.
I mean, you can be here, but I don't.
You don't.
I mean,
you don't want me
to?
here either.
Do you want to be here?
Well, now I don't know. You guys do your thing. I'm gonna hang out with Eve. She's
Okay.
cool.
All right. I'm gonna set down the levitating, rotating loaf of
All right,
bread on the table.
Sin is gonna sort of gesture towards a door, be like, my workshop's down in the cellar. If you want to come on down, we can
Yeah.
take
sure.
we can talk about whatever. We can talk shop, I guess. If you want, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
You follow her down. It's a rather dark cellar before she just sort of will take something out of her pocket and just sort of like aim it somewhere in the dark and fire it, and she'll see that she lit a candle from range somewhere down there, and she does that a couple more times to light up the whole area. And then she puts that device back in her pocket, and then she'll sort of like turn to you. She'll sit down at a sort of like a bunch of crates that have like a bunch of papers and materials and tools laid out upon them to make a makeshift desk. The only like actual piece of furniture there is a sort of like almost like a dentist chair, but being able to be it's clearly designed to be like raised up or like tilted back or however so. And then there is a very clear like sort of like cone shape that she will like reach into and tap with her finger and cast a light spell on, and they'll just create like a spotlight effect. And then she'll sort of like lean back against her makeshift desk area and go, so what's the occasion? I'm assuming you heard of my services from someone else. Most people come from my sister, not me, so.
Yeah, that's right. We heard that you tinker and could you? Is it possible to augment automatons? Is that in your repertoire?
I've done so before. I've done so with autonomous and sapient automatons before. I've done it with a few so far. I won't claim to be any expert, but I have messed around with some. Though I will admit, she looks at the two of you. None of them have been in as good shape as you. In fact, I've gotten far more automatons that, well, I would say are dead than alive.
That
Though
makes sense, I suppose.
Some of them don't make the journey. Some of them get banged up and transported. Happens all the time. But I can take a peek underneath. I would request a 10 gold to at least get a diagnosis for the both of you, if that's acceptable. And then
I'll
for
start
whatever
prepping 10
augmentations.
gold, just as I am, I'd like to. So, out of curiosity of our own well-being and safety, what's the success rate appear to be, and is there any?
Of
chance
this, no chance of danger. I'm just gonna.
All right.
It might be a
That's
bit
no problem.
uncomfortable. I'm gonna pop you open, take a look inside, see what you're working with, and then
And
afterwards
I would
we'll
like
see
to-
how it goes.
Can I make an insight check on her? Just as
Sure.
general form of character, not anything suspicious or.
Go ahead.
ill-intentions.
Make an insight check. I'll make a persuasion or deception
I will
check on her.
openly guidance this. I don't care if she sees me.
She sees that, and like all she does is like
23.
just sort of like adopt a So with that, like you see her just like not alarmed or confused, just sort of tilting her head, sort of just like looking at it, and she's like,
Understands that this is a reasonable.
not at all. She's not even considering like the reason
I-
before it.
Okay.
She's more so just like you with that insight check, you can see that she's just greatly intrigued. Like it's not. There's no malicious. There's no like self gain. She just like wants to know what's the deal.
I am absolutely okay with. Yeah, and then I'll have
because like as she mentioned, like a lot of the ones that she has worked with that aren't completely incapacitated have been like not in great shape, or she's done like touch ups. She's done a few augmentations, is what she's told you so far. But if you give her the 10 gold, she'll be like, so who's first? She'll pat the chair.
Just out of... Yeah, I'm gonna go first. I'll step up. Just I don't sense any ill intentions or anything, but it still wouldn't feel right.
She's like,
throw sand in the chair and...
Put his ass up.
She's like, okay. She's like, okay. She's gonna shine the light right in your face. You'll see like your eye holes will just kind of shudder a bit to sort of deal with the bright light being shined directly at you. And she will just sort of like lean over. She'll move aside some like the sort of decorations that align your armor. She'll ask like, is it okay if I and she's asking like direct access to your chest plate basically, because you have like you're basically wearing like a banner on you. So she's like,
do be careful please, I've recently
yeah, there might be some bits in there. A bit more. There's some fragile bits.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind. She'll unclip like the banner that Pal wears, and for direct access to the his chest plate, and then go over to her pile of tools, and like grab a couple of them and hold them up to him, and just sort of like go through them, just like no, that should do it. And then you'll see her just sort of wedge in. Like sort of like a long thin tool, and then you'll see her sort of channel some sort of arcane energy into it and be like, that's a bit harder, and it's sort of then she'll like pull up like what looks to be like a device that's glowing with arcane energy and hold it to the end of it, and you'll see it like sort of vibrate intensely before for you it's like someone's like grabbing like a fistful of your hair basically, but it's like chest hair basically, so you feel that sort of like stinging sensation, but nothing like like horribly painful. It's just very uncomfortable and very like sharp pinching almost. And then finally it'll pop open, just boom. And Sam, from your angle, you can see that there is you like just innately know that Pal is not like you at all. Pal, underneath you see, like, this is something akin to, like, popping open the chest of an actual, like, human being. Everything seems to be modeled like a human being, but instead of, like, flesh and blood, you see some, like shiny black synthetic material, like, shiny black and gray synthetic material with, like, certain tubes that run with, like, bright blue, could be liquid, could just be pure, like, energy, sort of like pumping throughout, and at the center of all you see just like a core almost that doesn't beat so much as it thrums with power at like a steady rhythm.
You have different bits than I do.
Well, you'll see Cinia look up with like now like goggles, like glasses that have like different lenses that pop on like to intense magnification. She goes, "Oh, well, yes, obviously, you two look nothing alike. And you seem to be of different make. His model is far more she looks at you, compact than yours."
Sam stays silent.
And then she'll like, you see her just sort of direct the light around, peer around it, and I'm gonna make a little roll for her. Vintage. Okay, she got a natural 20. Alright, so although everything looks fine, Sam, you're not like trained in medicine, so you're like, oh wow, that looks like, you know, a robot human being, looks cool there. You see her like sort of lean around Pal, and Pal, this is like, it's an awkward position, like this is a very extremely vulnerable position that you're not used to making. You're usually like on guard and stuff. So this is a bit weird. This is definitely a strange sensation, but as she like peers around, she's like, well, there's a lot that is fine, perfect even. It's actually remarkable how great condition a lot of this is, but there's some parts that are just straight up broken back here. And she'll just sort of like, you'll see her reach in with a tool and just sort of like grab some, like you see her like sort of like a small pair of tweezers almost, and she'll like grab something, and like you'll feel something, pal, but it's hard to pin what. There's sort of just like, if you've ever had just like a brief muscle spasm, it's sort of like that, but it's far more like mental than it is physical. Just like immediate sort of surge of thought and like mental energy before immediately disappearing. And she's just sort of like poking around. I was like, so beyond any like basic augmentation, like adjusting or replacing, exchanging parts, there are some things in here that could stand to be repaired even. One of them connects towards the upwards part of your body that I can't exactly follow, not safely, I don't think. And there's a few parts that just seem to be like need to be reconnected to your core. How to do that is a bit of a tricky thing. See, it looks like it uses a material that I'm not all too familiar with, but what it seems to be, she pulls a device out that looks like a pearl almost, but she'll hold it up to like certain parts of your body and it'll glow different colors, and she's just sort of like looking different parts and like, it seems that you have some missing functions, I guess, some missing functionality that could be restored if we reconnected it, but to do that we would need a material, a metal that is extremely conducive to arcane energies, and I don't...
Am I able to move at the moment? I don't know how the...
You are able to move slightly, it's very awkward.
Alright, Sam, could you grab the javelins out of my...
Yeah. I fumbling with the javelins. They're taller than I am.
Yeah, basically, she'll pause for a moment as you approach the whip, and then just like sort of grab it for a moment and just sort of examine it for a moment. It's like, yeah, this kind of stuff could work. What is this? She looks at both Sam and Pal.
Well, to cut directly to it, have you heard of Omeron?
Vaguely, yes. I've heard it being moved around and whatnot, but haven't been too interested in it.
It's a highly workable magic alloy with some concerning properties, but that's not what I'm worried about.
But none of my concerns.
Well, is there any way to, I guess, limit the concerning properties? She'll think for a moment. So, pal, here's gonna be the simple choice for you. You know what Omeron is, you know there's connotations behind it, but you've also known that there is, with your experience with the device that eliminated the Blight for a slight moment, that there is a sort of a purified or like sanctified Omeron. Now, you don't know how that's made. You don't know what it would take to make it. You could pursue that avenue. It may result in something different, it may result in something better or something worse. You don't know. But you do have Omeron with you right now. And based off what she told you, if there are other trusted tinkerers nearby that, I will say that one tinker that you are certain of that could help, is, let me pull up, is Sock. Sock could, if you told Sock what she told you here now, Sock would be able to, like, essentially do what she is offering to do for you now. So if you want to put it off and be like, I want to go pursue that, I can then come back to Sock and do that there. Or you could do that right here, right now.
No balls.
You can also think on it if you want.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how this is limiting me, or if it is? Is this something I should be getting?
Well, she's like, well, you clearly been functional, and like I said, the rest of you seems to be in perfect condition, almost as if it's self-repairing. to a degree. It just seems to be some sort of lost functionality. Let me take a closer look. It's sort of like, pardon me if the jargon is something you're unfamiliar with, but automatons occasionally have subroutines that allow them to perform certain actions or abilities, and these connections seem to be behind the mechanisms that power those actions and abilities. So, it's some ability that you used to have and no longer have access to. I could, with the right material, she gestures to the spear that Sam brought over. I could do something for that, though I don't know about what effect it could have exactly. It seems to augment your body. These ones specifically that I pointed out seem to augment your body physically, as they connect to your core, but the one that goes up towards your head that I can't exactly follow safely, that one seems to be a bit more nuanced. I can't say for certain what that will do.
I see.
But it will probably be something non-physical, gesturing as it doesn't seem to run to the core.
And just out of curiosity, if you were to do this, is it reversible?
I mean, possibly.
If we were to find a better material in the future, for example, would I be able to exchange?
I think if you found a better material in the future, I could iterate on this and counteract any negative downsides, and maybe even possibly have a greater effect. But
right.
I don't think it's easy to undo. In fact, if I were to power this on and then immediately cut it off, it could cause some issues.
All right. Well,
plugging it in and plugging it and unplugging it won't be the best strategy for when that machine is a person, I'll say.
Yeah. Okay. Then here, let's not do it yet. Get your diagnosis on Sam here, and
she's like, oh yeah, of course. She'll she'll reattach basically all your stuff. She'll close your chest plate. Take her tool and just hold it to the top ridge of it now, and just sort of hold the battery to it to sort of reseal the chest plate. And then reattach her banner, and then she'll give you space to stand up straight and be like, very intriguing, very revealing. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Next, she'll turn to Sam and be like, I'm actually far more familiar with your type of construct, if you would allow me to say so.
I don't know much about
I heard that snort.
autonoms, but Sam does have something of a special constitution. We do know that much. Just do be careful.
Yes. Many autonomes are. I am prepared. She'll reach back and open up a crate and pull sealed closely. She'll pull on these very tight fitting black leather gloves that are completely clean, and be like, now would you like to take a seat, if you would?
Yeah. He's trying to get on the seat. He's wobbling up.
She can you see her put on press a foot pedal near it, and then it'll lower just.
Thanks.
Of course. And then she'll. Yeah, Pal had to sort of sit awkwardly on a seat that's a little too low. And for Sam, it's still too high, so she had to lower it a bit. And then once you sit down clearly on it, she'll raise you back up, lean you back, and be like, autonomes tend to be a bit more touchy, so do tell me if something becomes unbearably uncomfortable. I will take it slow and at your pace. And then she will begin to take a tool. This time she'll be channeling. She won't use a battery attached to it. She'll just channel her own arcane energy into it and just sort of touch various bolts like on your chest basically, and just sort of like take him out gently. She'll take him out very gently and set them on like a metal tray that's near her, and she'll occasionally do that. Each one, Sam feels like someone just like plucking a hair out. It's just like a quick one, and she'll just be like, "Sorry, take another one out." And once it's out, she'll lift the plate off and like set it down. It's a bit like big in her arms, so she'll just like sort of set it down on top of a nearby crate and be like, "Okay, let's see what we're working with." Pal, from your angle, you see that Sam's is far more rudimentary. Well, whereas like your interior was like basically filled to the brim, so it had basically like synthetic muscles in it to basically fill the gaps. Sam's body is a lot more hollow compared to that. There's not like a lot filling the space there. There is a very clear like iron like metal box that everything seems to be that there seems to be like a lot of connections to. It has a lot of stabilizers next to it that basically account for any sort of jostling movement of any kind that Cinia clearly steers clear of to avoid. There is various like runes and inscriptions sort of like stuck onto the inside like of the back plate and on the side of the chest plates, and just on like various there's just various bits and bobs. Instead of being filled with like synthetic metals, this is like a very like in comparison to yours, pal, you're very like advanced technology. This is like very much advanced magic almost, because there's just a lot of different like sigils and runes inscriptions on them.
Sam's just peering inside of his like open chest cavity. It's like, how am I alive? That's a good question.
She'll like Cinia will shake her head and be like, from my experience, it's best not for you to think about it. And she'll continue like poking around and be like, huh, that's strange.
Yeah, I get that
That's
a lot.
when someone's in your chest.
She'll poke a bit and she'll be like, so similar situation to your friend here. You have some functionality that seems to be sealed away, but yours is a bit different. Yours is ready and available. It just was turned off for a moment.
Like a switch?
Kinda. It's more so like I less need to flip a switch, and I more so need to jumpstart it. If you want, of course. I wouldn't do so without your consent, but
Sure, send it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's go. Right now.
She'll
Caution. Send it with caution.
she'll look up at Pal's like, I'm just gonna say right now, I'm not meaning to swindle you. You have only paid for the diagnosis and inspection, not any sort of treatments or plans.
Appreciate that up front. Could we get a rough idea?
For this one, depending on how it goes, it could be as simple as the lowest it could be, I guess, would be 80 gold, I'd say.
I can
depending on how complicated it could be, it could go up.
Results.
Okay, it could go up to, depending on the materials I need to use in the process, it could go up to like 150. She's like, I just want to let you know beforehand.
That range will work. Appreciate the honesty.
She goes, okay then. She's gonna like rub her hands together and be like, so there's a lot here. She's gonna like sort of like look
shit in here, my guy.
she's gonna be like she's gonna look between the two, like, so upon closer inspection, there seems to be a lot of options. I wouldn't recommend jumpstarting them all at once, as that could put stress on the automaton. She leans over to like look at Sam and like meet Sam's eyes and be like, that's you, by the way. I was just doing one right now. So we should do this very carefully and very systematically. So she stands up straight, looks at the two of you, is like, pick a number 1 through 3.
3.
Gesture to Sam.
Okay. She's like, gotcha. And then she's gonna lean down. She's gonna pull out some brief, like flat, like kind of golden yellowish pieces of metal, and will rub them together between her fingers, create like a high shock. And it's like, you may feel a small tingle a little bit, and then she'll sort of, you see her reach in and over, and there's a point where like her arm goes deep enough where she can no longer exactly see where her hand is at, and then you'll hear like a brief spark, and Sam, you'll feel nothing at first, and she goes, "Huh, looks like we need a bit more." Then she's gonna set that aside, and then is going to
that was all
it's not. She's pushing you back down. It's not over yet. She's gonna take a glove. She's gonna like sort of approach her workstation, take off the gloves that she was currently working with, and you see her like sort of mix together a bunch of like stuff together into like a large glass bowl, and then just sort of like drop some like shards of metal, some metal shavings in there. You see her like drop like 2 small like plates of metal into there and sort of like mix them around, and then she'll go back to original place where she had gloves, put them back on, and then she's gonna like sort of just swish around the solution a bit, and then grab a basically palm-sized piece of metal now, and just be like, okay, this one should do something now. And just gonna reach in, and you're just gonna hear Pal, you're just gonna hear her just like sort of basically lightly slap the inside of Sam. And Sam, you're gonna feel like
professional.
you're gonna hear a slight you're gonna feel like a slight muscle spasm before she'll go back and be like, okay, that should do something. Do you feel any different? Hold on a second. It might. So she's gonna go over to the chest plate she took off and be like, okay, so there's some runes on here, so basically I just gotta put this back on, and then you should be able to, it'll basically reassess your capabilities once I put this back in. So, she'll put it back on, she'll reattach all the plate via the bolts, and then we'll just be like, as soon as like that last bolt slides in, you hear Sam, hold on a second. Let's see here. Sam, you turn undead. Let me see here. You begin to shimmer and turn into a basically mirror reflection of Cinia.
Oh.
And Cinia's like, oh, so that's what that does. Sam, you don't notice it yet, Sam. You're just sort of like standing up. You still feel your robotic body the same way as it was before. Pal, Sam has just transformed in front of you.
Yeah. How does he control that?
She's like, so you see him stretch a bit, and then second, like there's a pop. He will transform back. And she'll be like, interesting. Good news, she goes, you seem to have some sort of subterfuge ability. I noticed like some of the functionality, one of the scrubbed out things, let me see, if I recall exactly, it was, hold on a second. Let's see, where's my Sam's notes? Yeah, there was, she's like, there seemed to be like an anagram for your functionality, your designatedness, so I don't think you were originally designed to have free will, but for some reason you do, which is very interesting, but I feel like that integration of free will may have overloaded some of your functionalities, which, based off some of the scrubbed writing, one of them seemed to be subterfuge. So that explains that ability. So above board, Ty, you gain the feature known as Imposter Protocol. Yeah.
He's not even happy about the ability. He's happy you said imposter.
Yes. It is the mask. It is the mask of many faces, Eldritch Invocation.
You have the mask.
Yeah,
What the
The
point of the
mask
mask is?
and you can cast Disguise Self at will without expending a spell slot. I assume you will use this responsibly.
The sound of someone who is about to be responsible, maniacally laughing.
Absolutely. She's like, by the way, she looks the palette. That did end up using the 150 guilds worth, like,
Of course it did.
again, hiking up to that.
Alright.
Who's paying for that, by the way?
I'll front the pay.
Well, if it's for Sam,
I
Sam should pay
have-
for it, right?
I have 135
Well, everyone-
in my coin purse.
Hmm.
Then I'm flat broke.
Do you have? All right. We have a lot of silver. I don't suppose you'd take that on conversion.
He's like, yeah, that's we deal with. My sister deals with tips all the time. I don't mind it.
All right. Then I will give her 1,500 silver.
Okay. Go ahead and subtract that from. Yeah. All right. She's like, you basically just like unload just like a whole bunch of coins, and she's just like holding out like a burlap sack, and she's like, oh. Eventually, like she's holding up. Eventually, it just gets set on the ground because it gets so heavy.
It's
And she'll just be
one
like-
of those like coin pusher machines or
Yeah.
whatever, like in a
Built in.
casino, and it's just a
Yeah.
bunch of coins piling out.
It's
Yeah.
on the back of my shield.
Yeah. By the way, Noda, what is Noda and Eve talking about at this point? No,
I think
Eve
it's
is like,
down to the point where we're just talking about both of our lives, so I'm listening
Yeah.
to what she's ranting about too, and I'm offering an 8-year-old advice on the situation.
It's the fucking like when you're on RuneScape and you're like trying to talk the 30-year-old through his divorce right now as like a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Maybe you
And
guys
she's
should communicate more.
yeah. Eve is like, I mean, I like looking the way I do. I think I look great, and I like looking
You
great, but I
look
don't like
great.
I don't like the way that some of them look at me. You know, I want people to look at me, but I don't like the way that some of them look at me. You know.
Well, maybe the ones that aren't looking at you the way that you don't like them looking at you should just remove their ability to look.
You know, I did that a couple times, and it definitely stopped happening for a bit. So maybe my sister was all like, "No, you can't do that. You have to she wants a peaceful solution to everything." But it's like,
That's so boring, though.
I know she's such a
No offense to her,
nerd.
but she seems like kind of a nerd.
She has no respect for my
Derogatory.
perspective on things. She is disrespecting me constantly, and I just cannot
I like
stand
that
it.
word you're using, disrespecting. I should add that to my
I
vocabulary.
don't think we should. Sam has like a
You're so
like,
right. You're
in his
so right.
stomach for some reason, but he doesn't know why.
Yeah.
There's just so much disrespect happening lately. You
That's
know?
what I'm
Like,
saying.
What's up with people? What's in the
People,
water? Am I right?
people like you and me, we deserve more respect. That's what I'm
You really
saying.
do. You get it.
Oh no!
You're my new best friend.
And she leans over and goes,
Don't
"Girl,
tell Diana.
lips are sealed. I would never tell a soul." Okay, but that's what's going on topside. Back in the cellar, Sam, you feel like a shiver throughout your system. You're not sure if it's the new power or some premonition.
Sam.
But meanwhile, Pal, you've seen the work that's been done. Do you want to unlock some protocols, I guess?
I don't know. I don't suppose there's any midway point where you'll know what you're fixing.
Again, all I can see is that it seems to affect your it seems to be it will have a physical effect of some kind. It will affect your physical abilities in a way. As for what it is, it's kind of hard to tell unless it's been set until after like it's set up and like started. We see what it does. It's kind of hard to predict that. It's a lot of what's in your buddy over there, it was in a language I didn't understand, but it was a language I recognized. what little inscriptions I see inside of your body is far beyond any recognizable language.
Okay. Well, here we'll. Oh, do you have an estimate on the price range on?
For this one, well, since you're providing the materials, it's you definitely get a discount. It's probably only gonna be 80-ish gold.
Do it.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah, we'll go
The
through.
little
with it
note of
for
voice
now,
in
and
your head
you
saying,
might-
"Do it."
Yeah. All right. We'll see it.
Goes okay. So she'll get you back set up on the table, back open, and then we'll like request the spear. She's like, so it's okay if I break this, right?
Yep. Whatever needs to be done with it.
Okay. I need to go out back to break. I can't exactly do that in an enclosed room.
That's
So
understandable. It's
I'll be right back. Noda, you see the Cinia, the other sister, sort of run up with like a spear that you recognize that you guys looted from that one mausoleum.
Yeah, I know that
and
spear.
she's like, evil, like perk up and go, oh, I hope it's not yours.
I don't think so. I mean, we had a bunch of friendship spears, or maybe they were necklaces. Anyways, yeah, the amount of disrespect going around lately is so crazy.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Something's in the air, something's in the water. It's just crazy. I don't believe it. But yeah, it'll be like a brief, like 10 minutes for Pal, before Cinia will come back down with like basically like the metal completely like almost like completely into shavings, and it's just like completely just disintegrated. And she'll just be like
a deli shaver thing, like out back,
sort of
like ham and
but
metal.
she'll come back with like a really large bag that doesn't look too heavy though, because it's more so just like carrying like a big bag of like after you emptied like the paper shredder or something like that. So it's like it's lots of volume, not a lot of mass there. So she'll set it down and be like, okay, she'll lean over, be like, affirmative on good on this, right? You're good?
Yep.
She goes like, okay, it's beginning. And she'll, you see her like take each shaving and carefully form it into like small, first she'll like twist it into like small, like strings almost, and then she'll sort of like twist those shavings together to make like one really long string, and then she'll like measure out the length that she needs, cut that off there, and then she'll begin wrapping that again with the shavings. And then she'll basically just attach very carefully, sort of like twist it one end around the one side of the disconnect, and then bring it over to the other side of the disconnect. And then she'll like sort of she'll cover that area with shavings to make it more protected, and then she'll like think for a moment and then go over to a box, pop it open, and then get like a resin of some kind that she'll hold over a candle so that it will start melting, and then she'll apply that to the wire basically to give it a coating of some sort. And then she'll be like, okay, so this one, it's a bit harder to tell when this will take effect, but I think I have to press a button next to your core. Do you consent to this?
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna reach in and do that, and I'm gonna do a quick fate roll real quick.
You die.
What's your
Okay.
backup character?
Pal, you feel yourself like surge with power, but it's like restrained control power within your arms and fists. And there's a brief moment where like you're not used to like actually feeling through your metallic body. Your body registers force and temperature, but doesn't really like feel it. And then there's a brief moment where you feel you have memories of feeling something. And it's an extremely foreign thought where usually you're just used to getting like a measurement of some kind of, oh, you got hit there with this much force. Oh, it's this hot out. to you feel pressure, you feel bruises, you feel strikes, you feel yourself bleeding, you feel yourself shivering, you feel yourself sweating. And then you're back to the present day with her carefully closing your chest plate and and sort of reattaching your banner of sorts. And Pal, I will be adding the offensive subroutines into your character sheet. So what this does...
You just programmed the robot to feel pain. Huh?
Not that way. He no longer feels pain after that.
Okay, I was just like, what
so, offensive subroutines. You essentially get a modified version of martial adept. You have superiority die equal to your proficiency bonus, and you learn 2 maneuvers: Commander Strike and Trip Attack.
Ooh. That's cool.
Battle Master show is so cool.
There is, of course, offensive subroutines. Should you pursue a different conductor or material, you might obtain some defensive subroutines. Let me add Trip Attack and Commander's Strike.
Commander's is really good if you pair it with Maddie.
Or even Noda. She's raging.
Even Noda, yeah.
But yeah.
Maddie's in position to get a sneak attack, though. You can get 2 off per round of combat.
Oh shit.
Because sneak attack is per turn. So if she attacks once on her turn, she gets a sneak attack. And then you give her an attack with your... is it action or bonus action? I don't remember. She can use her reaction to attack immediately and get another sneak attack.
I will say, both Pal and Sam, there were some implications behind why you were in the state that you were. Pal, you had your revelation after you had acquired your modification. Sam, you got your revelation while she was diagnosing you. Sam, you found out that you were supposed to be autonomous, lacking the free will that you clearly have. And
I
Pal,
realize I'm the imposter.
correct. And Pal, you got some sort of memory, and you're not sure if it's a good or bad thing to get those memories. There's definitely a feeling of unease. And not in like the unease like it's the unknown, but unease as in this could be a danger to everyone around you.
Cool.
That's interesting.
You're free to pursue. Both you are free to pursue however you wish. However, just so we're clear that this seems like a free upgrade. This is the lower level of unique features that you can earn. There will be caveats to future ones. But yeah, that's her. She'll wipe her brow and be like, "Whew." So yeah, that seems to be pretty good. You feel different, right? And how immediate you're able to tell. There's like sort of like
certainly.
There's like a muscle memory in you that you're like, yeah, I know how to do this sort of deal. But yeah. She'll be like,
That's
okay, well,
slightly
good.
fine.
That's great. It's a lot less visible than your friends, but if you're certain of it, then job well done, me. She gives herself a pat on the back and just sort of just awkwardly stands there, like, anything else I can help you with?
Thanks, me.
Oh, by the way, that operation will be 80 gold.
Yeah. Okay. Here.
She'll basically like open up like the silver sack that you gave her, basically, and just be like, just drop it in here. Yeah, it is a full on like potato sack filled with like coins. No, it's like
2,500. Wait, how much do each of these like coins weigh? It's like solid silver, right?
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
If we ask Leo to start tracking that, we will never be able to carry anything.
Yeah, I will. If you want me to add weight to all your party members, like
right.
I can.
Wait, let's not get hasty here.
Yeah, no.
Like...
that reminds me of in Fallout New Vegas. If you activate hardcore mode, every bullet has a weight to it.
Oh
Every bullet.
Oh my god.
and
That's
it's
the game where you'll use like 50 bullets a fight.
yeah,
Jesus.
it's horrifying. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's one of those things. That's a bear that we don't poke. Just let sleeping
You're
dogs
free.
lie.
You're free to like poke that bear. Go ahead. Ask away.
I'm just saying, the bag of holding will be reserved for exclusively for non-money things, because that shit would fill up immediately.
Yep.
Money.
Money. But yeah.
Bag of money.
With those augmentations and with Noda getting gassed up in the upper floor, that's where we'll end today's session, and we'll pick up later. What do you guys plan on doing next session?
Probably re-meeting back up.
It's still like in the middle of the afternoon. Like it's approaching 12. It's like 11:30ish.
We could probably make for Grimazon before the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? Can I keep our...
Yeah, Grimazon's just a couple hour trip.
Yeah, then we may as well.
Penny's still thinking about the fact that the whole of Ismet is maybe plagued by some sort of curse
Yeah.
that she might be interested in.
I did make a nod to it when you were first there, but you guys were just like so put off by the lack of shits that anyone gave there that you guys just kept moving.
Yeah. We might go back there at some point.
It was pretty off-putting, in our defense.
Yeah.
I also just like to imagine the whole time that Noda's like moping and like complaining at the bar. Penny and Gris are being, so what's your favorite thing about Noda? They're talking shit
It's
about
not
me right
even
now.
like it's not even. Yes, it's just like, do they hate me? I think they hate me. I think like at this point we're not even like gossiping or anything anymore. We're both just like crying about something. Like she's just really sad about it, and I don't fully understand like the connotations of what she's saying, so I'm just crying because she's crying.
Damn, it's just like real life.
Anyways.
So true, so true.
Fun session. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that session.
Their upgrades are very cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna like this.
I can at any point for 0 resource cost pretend to be someone else. I'm certain this
Yeah.
will not be abused.
He's gonna abuse it.
So here's how I'm counteracting that is that I'm gonna take it 100% serious. I'm gonna play it at face value. So if he turns into someone, and somebody might not like that, they're gonna react. That's how it's gonna go.
It makes a lot of sense for them to do that.
Yeah, it has no resources. It does not lack any consequences. I'll say that much.
Also, the way Mask of Many Faces works, Ty, is that it basically allows you to cast, I think Leo described it earlier, a Disguise Self spell. That does have limitations on what it actually does, so I highly recommend looking up the spell and reading over what it does.
What's like the main...
You can't change your size category, and it is not physical, it's an illusion. So if someone were to touch you, they would feel metal, no matter what you look like.
It's just a smaller version of Pal next to Pal.
But yeah, literally, you can make yourself look. You cannot. The illusion will stretch up to 1 foot above and 1 foot below your current height, so you can't go any higher or lower than that. It will hide any parts of you that don't match the illusion. And yeah, it's only good as long as the other person doesn't realize it's an illusion. Most general people won't, because most people aren't going to question your appearance unless they have a reason to.
Okay.
Certain monsters and higher level people that maybe are used to dealing with spells may have ways to see through it.
I see.
I'm sure you don't have to worry about that, though.
No. We're not dealing with any spellcasters this campaign. Me and you, Ty, we're the only spellcasters.
Yeah, just ever.
And then Noda when she's not a bear.
True.
But Noda's a bear a lot of the time, so...
It's pretty
Eventually she'll be able to cast spells as a bear.
Oh.
It's what? You don't like it?
Terrible.